Yo, what is going on,
Hello?
everybody? Episode 89 of Miami Dolphins content, MDC playoff and Phins analysis and discussion. The Buffalo Bills suck dick. And Dan the man with the big win in Detroit, baby. Let's go. What's going on, Bleezy? For those of y'all
What's
watching
up,
on
bro?
Twitter, Twitch, and all that, come on over here to YouTube. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell. What's going on, boys?
Hey, man. Hey, man. It's always good to be a Phins fan. It may not be easy, but hey, this is how we roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Justin B and the Heezy.
Yes,
What is
sir.
up, my man? Hey,
Hey, we got some breaking news. We got
uh-oh.
some breaking news.
Crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up, grow the fuck up, you crying, whining little baby bitch. You've got a chip on your shoulder, always ready to fight. You go off on people for the littlest slight. You're filled with hostility, anger, and spite. You love injustice, it gives you delight. You're a little man, a crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up and grow.
There we go, baby.
Hey, you know, as soon as that shit came on the fucking screen on national TV, that shit would be a meme in no
I
time.
did. Yeah, I saw that guy crying. I was like, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be all over the place.
I mean, it's all over the fucking place, man. There are plenty of them, bro. He ain't the only one crying like a bitch. We got another one. NFL participant, fucking the last 60 years and haven't won shit.
Participant. Yes.
Oh man. He said, "Is that amicus?" Greenwright wants to know. Nah, I don't think
I
that
don't
was
think it was amicus. I mean, odds are probably not.
Amicus definitely hit us up in the group chat, and you know, he definitely was classy about it. He said, "I don't know if this team is just fucking cursed or what, but we can't win shit." And he goes, "Hopefully we can get a young number one wide receiver in the draft, and he'll see us next year."
That's it, huh? That's it.
Oh man,
And he
fucking
rides.
Mikey in the group chat has been quiet as fuck, hasn't said shit. So it is what it is, man. It's enjoyable. I mean, hey, to lose to the fucking Chiefs at home in good weather, pretty fucking sad of the Bills. But hey, I revel in it. It's enjoyable.
It's almost. It's
Green
almost.
Rats need a
It's
new
almost.
QB.
They do need a QB. It's almost like it was in typical. And the screen's fucking getting on my nerves. But it's almost like it was typical Bills fashion. They blew it at the end. You know, KC was trying to give them that game, man. That fumble out of the end zone.
Oh yeah, but you know, hey, it's funny because all the shit that Bills fans talk about our quarterback, Josh Allen did in the fourth quarter yesterday, and it was pretty sad. I mean, literally, he had a pick six that was dropped. I mean, it literally went right into the dude's hand, and he dropped it. He had 4 or 5 fucking incompletions that were way off, not even close to being accurate, which is extremely sad. I mean, he didn't elevate the team around him. He folded under pressure. He was a one read quarterback. They took his first read away, and he didn't know what to do. I mean, it was sad, man. He played pretty well in the first half, and that second half, especially in that fourth quarter, he just sucked dick. And, you know, he had a nice long pass to Stephon Diggs, but it was inaccurate. You know, he had Stephon Diggs had to try to adjust to the ball because it wasn't correctly thrown, and Stephon Diggs missed it.
And I'm hearing a lot of talk about Joe Brady is about to be a head coach somewhere. They're about to lose him.
It might.
Offense. Yeah. No, he's being interviewed all over the place, man. Look for Joe Brady.
It is too, but that don't mean they're going to get the job.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, man. I mean, great weekend of football. I mean, it was fun to see Dan the Man win one in Detroit. That was really cool to watch. I mean, hey,
Shout out to our protege Dan Campbell. His training ground was Miami, as we all know. Interim coach. After we fired, who did we fire? Philbin.
Yeah, it was Philbin, then him. Then instead of hiring him, we hired Gase, and that fucking went down the drain. And oh man,
a lot of Phins fans are saying, "Fuck, we had," but at the time, Campbell did not have the resume, man. Nobody, even though I love Campbell, Campbell at that time.
Though he was the assistant head coach for Philbin for 2 years. I mean, he had the chops for it, but I think a lot of it came down to he didn't have a lot of experience, and
right.
Again,
he just didn't seem like the right man to run the whole deal at that time.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, but I mean, hindsight.
I don't know why. I don't know why he did
falling out.
I don't know why he didn't seem like the right guy, but he did not seem like the right guy. It'd be hard to argue that at that time, that we should have pulled the trigger on him. Although, looking back, yeah, we should have. How about Green Rat? Bills shit the bed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As usual, I said after we lost, I was like, well, I said, at least we'll sit back and watch the Bills choke now. At least we got that to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. And what's crazy to me, though, is, I mean, the Dolphins get accused of being pretenders. And to be to be outright honest, it's pretty sad that apparently San Fran are pretenders. The Eagles were pretenders. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. I mean,
it's almost hard to believe, like with the Eagles, man. Damn.
Barely for San Fran to barely beat Green Bay. That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad, man. And I mean, hey, you got to give it to them. Look, Houston fucking gave Baltimore a run for their money in that first half, man.
Hell yeah, they did.
Second half, they fell apart there, and Lamar Jackson just fucking destroyed them. But
so we're gonna talk about some playoff predictions tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We got some big games. These are big games this weekend. Who do y'all like?
Man, I done called it for quite some time. I actually called it last week. I thought that it would be Baltimore versus Detroit. And it's starting to look that way, brother. It's starting to look that way.
That'd be a great game. I'd love that. That'd be fine with me, man. Baltimore, Detroit. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Canes.
Oh, shit. Kane says Ravens 49.
Ravens 9. That everybody. I mean, those are the number one seeds. I was about to say everybody would say that's who should be in there. Probably. Yeah,
I don't know, man. The way that Green Bay drove the ball against San Fran and the way that Detroit looked yesterday, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Detroit's going to give San Fran a run for their money. As far as Kansas City's concerned, I don't think so. I'm sorry, but the way their defense played against Josh Allen, and Josh Allen being a terrible fucking passer, Lamar is a better fucking pocket passer than Josh Allen is, and he's way more deadly in the run game. And I don't know. I think Kansas City's going to struggle against Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore just has a better team all around. Baltimore seems to have on the field and on maybe not on paper, but probably on paper, the best team in the AFC. I mean, they're beating the piss out of people, and they've been doing that all year. And
Yep.
so, but the thing about KC with Mahomes and Andy Reid, that's a couple of Hall of Famers right there, man. You know, I heard some guy make an argument for Andy Reid could be the best coach. He could be the GOAT head coach of all time. You could make an argument for Andy Reid.
I mean, you could, but I think that unfortunately, the stigma is going to be tied to Belichick because of Brady. And it's not necessarily correct or fair per se, but
I think the GOAT's Don Shula, but that's just me.
oh, yeah. I mean, you know, all of them have their name attached to a great quarterback. Obviously, Don Shula did it with multiple organizations and multiple good quarterbacks. So I would definitely second that notion, but I mean, really you're talking about, you know, current era coaches, I guess you would say. Andy Reid and Belichick are up there, but I think that Belichick is up there by default because of Tom Brady, and
Yeah, he is.
maybe
No,
you
right.
could say that Andy Reid could kind of be the same way. Andy
He's
Reid's
got
had
to get
Patrick.
in there. He can make a nice case for himself if he keeps his momentum. How about
Oh yeah,
Kane? How about Canes? Could a call be made to send KC to the Super Bowl? Interesting. You know, we've been talking about the NFL's a little, what do you call it, manipulated.
yeah, shady.
I
Yeah,
would, I want to see Lamar win a ring from a local standpoint. Hell yeah, bro.
yeah, man, that would be awesome too. I think that my thing is I'm cheering for the Ravens, period, because I'm tired of seeing the same fucking teams every year. It really gets fucking boring, to be honest,
Right.
because we analyzed the shit out of that Bills game, and we were literally spot on. I mean, the exact same things we saw happening are what happened. And why? Because we've watched these stories play out so many times that it becomes predictable.
Yeah. No, that's why I kind of like to see KC on the road finally. At least they're not in Arrowhead. That's kind of refreshing.
Oh yeah, I mean, but we heard the fucking Bills fans talk about they can't travel on the road, and even Patrick Mahomes in his post-game interview said, "Yeah, we heard that bullshit, and we had a point to come out and prove," and they sure as shit did. Because to be honest with you, the game should have been a fucking blowout. Number one, KC with the fumble out of the end zone. And number two, the pick six that was dropped late in the middle of the fucking third or the fourth quarter. And then you got to sit here and talk about the second possible interception that was tipped and dropped again on what was it, the second to last drive. So, I mean, to be honest with you, it shouldn't have even been as close as it was.
Yeah.
So,
You know, KC was trying to give it. How about that fumble late in the game where I think Josh Allen fumbled, and then and then KC should have had it. The Bills came up with it. That was a break for Buffalo as well, man.
oh yeah, I mean, you talk about Kansas City, I guess they got their fair share too, though. I mean, they had two fumbles that they recovered. They didn't lose them. They fumbled, but recovered them. So, I mean, it was back and forth, but at the end of the day, Kansas City was trying to give the Bills that game at the end, and the Bills choked.
They
They
were.
always do. And,
Mm-hmm.
another fucking missed field goal to tie the game, and then again,
Another wide right. Another wide right. Is that what the Bills are known for now? A wide right?
Yep, apparently them and Florida State are known for fucking wide right field goals.
Who would have thought Buffalo would have got bounced by KC at home?
We did. I mean, the Bills fans sure as fuck didn't think that, but we did.
Oh, shit.
So, you get a chance, look up the story about Lamar Jackson. Through the years as a player, the kid has come a long way, and I am proud of him. Let's go Ravens over KC. Hell yeah, man, for sure.
Shout out Lamar, man. Shout out Lamar. I'm cheering for Lamar. I've
Homegrown
always
talent, baby.
I've always been a huge Lamar fan. I remember, I know he played at Louisville. He balled out and he won a Heisman, or he almost won the Heisman that year. And I was pounding the table for the Dolphins to draft him, man. And I know Stephen Ross was too, from what I hear. But I wanted Lamar Jackson, man. We had that late first round pick. We could have had him, man. And I don't know who we took. We took somebody. But I was pounding the table for Lamar too. I wanted him as our quarterback.
That's the year we took Ryan Tannehill, was it?
No, because
No.
maybe Minka fits. No, who did we take that? We'll have to look it up. The year Lamar came in, because he was a late pick. He was a late first or mid to late first round pick for sure, and we passed on him.
2018. Who did we pick in 2018? Hold on.
That would have been the year before Wilkins.
Yep, it was Minka Fitzpatrick, Gesicki, Jerome Baker, Durham, Smythe, Kalen Balaj, Cornell Armstrong, Quentin Poliga, and Jason Sanders.
What pick was Minka?
11.
Hang on. Because Lamar didn't go till like mid. Do we have another pick that in that first round that year?
No, we had Gesicki was 42 in the second round.
Okay. Maybe Lamar was still available when that happened. I can't remember, but we could have had Lamar. We could have had Lamar, and we did not. And word on the street is Stephen Ross was pounding the table for Lamar, and they were like, nope.
So, yeah, well, I mean, hey, you don't always get what you want. I mean, you would think that he would have gotten it being the owner, but that happens sometimes, man. And it wasn't to we drafted to the year after. So
yeah, Tua was number 5.
So yeah, man, it kind of sucks. It is what it is, but at the end of the day, I mean, said
breaking news.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brian Callahan near reaching a deal as Titans head coach, according to Canes. That's pretty cool. Green Rat says, I'd rather have Pat White over Lamar. Well, seeing as Pat White is incapable of wiping his own ass after getting the fuck out.
That's a strong take right there. Strong take.
I mean, you got to give Pat White credit. I mean, he really was the first fucking mobile quarterback, dual threat quarterback, to come in and set that trend. I don't think the NFL, nor do I think that offensive coordinators were prepared to kind of make that change,
Right. The timing wasn't quite right.
Yeah, I think that, a lot of established offensive coordinators didn't really like the idea of transferring that college concept to the pros. And they didn't really care for it. You know what I mean? I think that they were, stuck in their old ways of wanting a pocket passer. But hey, look at it now. I mean, there are so many mobile quarterbacks, dual threat quarterbacks that it's almost become the standard. So when you think about it, man, he says Lamar needs to work at the circus. What is he supposed to be doing? He's supposed to be doing the trapeze or something? What is he supposed to be doing, Green Rat? Is he a lion tamer? Oh man, but yeah, I mean, it was a good, interesting weekend of football. You got to give C.J. Stroud his props. He came out and he played as well as he could for a rookie, and I mean, shit. He said he's the fat lady who sings at the end. Oh shit.
Oh no, I like C.J. Stroud. You know, Houston could be a problem in the future, man. They got a good little squad over there.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And like I said, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, he played extremely well for a rookie, but yeah, I mean, Baltimore in that second half just pulled away and they didn't have a shot in hell. I mean, Lamar Jackson was on it again. You know, yeah, what, four combined touchdowns. So he was ready. Baltimore was ready to play, man, especially given the fact that, uh
Lamar didn't Lamar win a Super Bowl or no?
no, Lamar won an MVP his first year, but he never won the
MVP.
Super.
MVP is what he won. That's right.
Yeah, his rookie year, I think it was. Either his first or second
MVP.
year.
Yeah, I think second. Yeah.
One of
Hey,
those 2 years.
shout out, you know, Lamar does have play. Lamar has a little more experience, man, but yeah, he has the edge.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can't discount the fact that, again, you know, just like teams like Green Bay, just like Minnesota, you know, uh, Baltimore has had a pretty damn steady offensive line. They've had a good offensive line. They've had a good run game. You know,
Good
not so much
defense.
this year, but in the past they have. You know, their run game wasn't really all that great this year, but
Always have a great defense, man.
oh
Always.
yeah. So, you got to give some credit where
Our
credit is
boy,
due, man.
hey, Canes, our boy Ray Lewis set that tone with Baltimore. Ray Lewis went up there and set that tone, and Ed Reed, they set that tone with Baltimore. Ever since they were there, Baltimore's always had a damn good defense. Always. They take pride in that shit because of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. Canes, Lamar is also doing more with less. That's a fact. That's true, bro. He's doing a lot more with less, man. Lamar makes shit happen. Yeah, Canes, you know what I'm talking about. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed set that Baltimore defense off. And that's when they brought in Dion back in the day. They had that their front was a couple of monsters, that Tony Saragucci or whatever his name was. And man, they had that crazy. That may be the best defense of all time, dude. That Baltimore defense, whatever year that was, that could be the best defense of all time in the NFL. A lot of people say the Bears 85 or whatever. I don't know.
The Killer Bees in
Killer
Pittsburgh
Bees.
were pretty good.
Yeah. I don't.
What's going
Hey.
on, Green Red?
Everybody, welcome Green Rat.
What's up, boys?
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Just enjoying the night. It was a good day yesterday.
Yeah.
Sir.
Were you watching the game?
No, I didn't watch it. I watched the replay real quick. I heard everyone bitching about what was going on, so I watched it a little bit. I did the NFL condensed thing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't get, some of the replay things I didn't get to see, but no big deal.
Another fucking shit bed, like you said.
I mean, what do you think?
What was that?
No, your thoughts on the Bills. What do you think?
Well, towards the end of the game, it looked like Allen had that shot into the end zone and stuff, and he doesn't, he escapes and runs and stuff well from in the pocket and stuff. He always seems to leave a little too early, and that play is very similar to when Tua stepped up and over and threw that long, 50-some yarder to Waddle. It's almost the exact same of how the defense was coming in. And Allen stood there, thinking he had the arm to make the throw, where Tua stepped over and up and delivered a good throw. So I thought it was just kind of weird, very similar, but the difference between a pocket passer that tries to move in the pocket versus someone that thinks that they got a cannon that they can make any throw and, doesn't move around in the pocket that great.
Right.
Agreed 100%, man. I mean, like I said before, you see some of these throws that Tua makes that Josh Allen can't, and then they go, oh, well, he has a rocket arm. Yeah, but he's wildly inaccurate. And, when Tua goes and throws these deep bombs and they're fucking right on the money, I mean, can't argue that. You look at the drop pick 6 that Allen threw in the fourth quarter. He had another ball that was tipped that could have been intercepted. You had the fumble that he had. Then Kansas City fucking fumbles and they punt the ball twice, just trying to hand the game to the fucking Bills, and they found a way to choke as they always do.
Yeah, I found it to be interesting when I did that condensed thing of the game and stuff. There's a couple plays I would have liked to watched a couple times, and
I bet that was interesting. You saw a condensed version of the Bills choking their ass off.
So yeah, I got it the whole game in 30 minutes. So better than sitting there and listening to Tony Romo.
They got away with that little fake punt they did. That was stupid as fuck too. But they got away with it because that fumble out of bounds. I hate that rule.
There's nothing else that it can be, though.
The touchback.
Give me one good thing that an idea.
Okay, I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
You spot the ball where the ball carrier fumbled. You spot it right
there.
Why?
He fumbled the ball.
He fumbled it, but the ball went out of bounds in the end zone.
Right, on a kick or something, when the ball's loose in the end zone, it goes out to the 20. It's exactly the way the rule should be.
No,
the only other thing I think they need to add down in the red zone and stuff, if you stretch the ball out to get it across the end zone, you have to be able to bring it back to your body too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you cross the goal line, holding the ball, by your body.
Okay, why would you say that? If you cross the plane, it should be the play's over at that point. Right?
Well, it's not that way on a catch. Don't you have to bring the ball in the end zone?
You're talking about breaking the plane. That's different than a catch.
Why? The ball's in the end zone, is it not? When you catch it in the end zone and you tap your 2 feet?
Do they have control of the ball?
So should it be immediately over right then?
I think if they have control of the ball and their 2 feet are down or whatever, 2 feet are down, that's a touchdown.
But you have to control it all the way to the ground.
But that's a catch. But crossing the plane is
why is it any different?
Because when you catch it, you're in the end zone. You have the ball. You have the ball
in the end zone. It's over.
So when you're running it, you have the
ball.
So
if you're running it and you stretch it out, there's a difference on what I'm saying. When you stretch the ball out, You're trying to get that
secure.
extra thing, and
The ball
you don't
is
have control of the ball.
the ball is secure in your hands. You have the ball secure in your hands, and you're stretching it across.
I just believe that when you extend the ball, and that would take a lot of all this arguing about touchdown, not touchdown. Make them fucking run the ball across the line.
CT, what are your thoughts on this? He's probably taking a piss or something. I don't know, Green Rat. That's interesting. I think if you're saying, I don't see how you could do that. If you cross the plane, you have to bring it back to your body. I don't know about that one. I don't like the let's go back to the touchback with the fumble out of bounds. You think that's a good rule? I think
absolutely.
I think the rule should be the ball spotted where the guy fumbled. If nobody recovered it and it went out of bounds, no matter if it's in the end zone or wherever, if nobody recovers it, I think they should spot it where the guy fumbled it.
So on offense, if you're in the end zone and you fumble it, you kick it out of the back of the end zone and you get it go back.
Hang on. If you're
right, I mean, why would it be a safety then?
If you're on offense and you're in the end zone, that's a touchdown at that point.
No, I said if you were on offense and you fumble the ball in the end zone and it goes out the back of the end zone, why don't you get the ball back at wherever you started?
I mean, how do you fumble a ball in the end zone? If you have it at that point, it's
if you're standing in the end zone and you fumble, you're fumbling in the end zone.
Well, that's a touchdown if you've had possession of it.
No.
But I think it's a little bit different because when you think about it, though, when you're running the ball, you're in possession of the ball. It's not like you're throwing the ball and you have to catch it to gain possession. When you're running, you already have possession. So if you fumble it out of the end zone, I mean, I agree. I think it should be a touchback. But, I mean, you can't really, I don't know. I think that, again, it's a little bit different because when you're running the ball, you're already in possession. When you're trying to catch the ball, yeah, you have to possess it.
As soon as it's with those gloves, most of the time, it's possessed as soon as their hands hit it.
Yeah, but then you have the argument of surviving the ground per se.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to apply to stretching the ball over the goal line. I don't like people that stretching the ball out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one of the rules. That's the rule. You got to break the plane. You got to break the plane. I mean, that's kind of the rule.
Well, yeah, but all of these are the rules. The going out the back of the end zone is kind of the rule.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It just needs to stay.
I think that's a bullshit. I think if you fumble it, I mean, that's crazy. If you fumble it, it happens to bounce in the end zone and out of bounds. It goes to the opponent on the 25. What is that? That's crazy.
It goes to the 20, doesn't it?
Or the 20? Yeah. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right about that to me. It's almost like it's hard they even came up with that or approved it or whatever. It seems to me like it should be spotted where the guy fumbles.
Well, then all you'd have to do, Bleezy, is when you're to the one and you don't think you're going to make it, just throw the ball through the back of the end zone. Then you wouldn't even have to get tackled.
Well, I mean, what's the difference? You're going to spot it right there where
you lose the ball.
What? You lose?
If you were running the football, okay, we're on the same page. Yeah. I hand the ball off to A-Chain. He runs to the left. He ain't going to make it, so he just tosses the ball through the end zone. Doesn't have to take a hit.
So to be just throw
spotted where he threw it.
Doesn't have to. So he doesn't have to take a hit. I mean, I would think if he's not taking a hit, he should be scoring a touch. I don't know, bro. I don't know. if he ain't taking a hit, he shouldn't be worried about throwing the ball out of the back of the end zone.
If you're able to stretch the ball across the line, then you need to be able to keep the ball.
That's interesting.
If the ball is loose in the end zone, the offense has lost the ball, and it's the defense's ball.
I think Kane says it best right here. All these fucking rules made me not want to watch an NFL game again.
But you're arguing about, or we're discussing a rule that's been that way forever.
The game used to be so simple, but now it's complicated as fuck.
It is still simple. It's people that are usually it affects their team about losing the ball and stuff that has problem with a lot of these rules and stuff. To me, that's exactly the way it needs to be on that, because you can't give it back to the offense because the offense doesn't have possession of it anymore.
I mean, it didn't have any effect on me. When I saw the play,
that's why I changed how I said it.
No, I hear you. It just seems kind of strange. I mean, it doesn't. I know it's the rule. When I saw it happen, I said, "That's a fucking touchback." Hey, that's
right,
it's crazy.
Now, as far as a fumble, I think that was very close. Because just because the ball was moving left or right doesn't mean he didn't have control of that ball in his hand.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It was about to come out of his hand, but I mean, his hand was still securely on the ball.
Exactly. And I think his ass hit before it fucking came out of his hands.
Well, I think so too, because even if he landed on his hand, part of his butt had to go. I mean, it's not like his butt is like 2 inches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you slap a chick on the ass, I mean, it isn't you don't hit a fucking solid thing. You got a little cushion there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Let's take a look here. Let's see what the Vegas spreads are real quick. KC is plus 3.5. So the Ravens are favored by 3.5 points. San Fran, Detroit. San Fran -7. San Fran is favored by a touchdown over Detroit.
That's probably right.
Right? That sounds about right.
I don't know, man. You guys seem to fucking, I don't know, man.
I was on the Detroit bandwagon a year or two ago. I've always said, but the problem is Detroit's defense, you don't know what you're going to get. And usually you know what you're going to get with San Francisco's defense, which will cough up the fucking bad game here and there, like against the Packers. But I doubt it happens 2 games in a row.
Yeah, but I was more referring to the one thing that I give credit to Detroit is their offense has become consistent, which early in the past couple years, they were good, but their offense was always inconsistent. This year, it seems pretty fucking consistent.
Well, I think even last year, it wasn't bad. I mean, Swift ran the ball really well last year.
Well, they're making use of all those draft picks they got.
Fuck yeah, a lot of fucking Iowa picks and Big Ten picks, and
they've made good picks, man. They had a good draft last year.
Yeah, but you turn in, I mean, think about it, though. Like, when we were talking about Penei Sewell, I mean, he's playing extremely well. That guard that they got in the first or second round, or it was the second round this year, that guy's playing at a freaking all-pro level right now. Then you got fucking DeAndre Swift. I mean, you know, Goff is playing fucking great right now.
Swift is with the Eagles, isn't he?
Not now Swift.
Swift.
Who was it?
Gibbs from Alabama.
That's right. That was Gibbs.
He's better than Swift.
Gibbs, and he's even the backup. He isn't even the starter, right?
Yeah, what's the one guy that they just drafted?
Is it Rediker or No, Gibbs is one of them, but there's another guy that actually starts before him.
Is it Montgomery?
Yes, I think that's who it is. That guy still starts, I think.
He's
or gets the snaps on the
David
first drive of the
Montgomery?
game.
Yeah, David Montgomery.
Yeah, okay.
We got a question.
What they do.
What's his name? It was Graham Gazlow is their right guard next to fucking Penei Sewell. That dude is fucking balling out this year.
We got a question from Canes for the panel. What percentage of professional and college sports games are actually evenly called? Think about it.
None.
I mean, here and there, yeah, I can say that, but yeah, there's also quite a few of them that I think that the bigger name team normally gets a few extra calls. It's not as prevalent.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as prevalent in professional sports as it is in college sports. I think that professional referees, especially the NFL referees, just suck. I don't think it's necessarily quote unquote unevenly called. I think they evenly suck across the board. I think college is more where you get the home team or the more popular team gets a few extra calls.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yep,
right there.
Money talks.
Perfect. That's it.
Yep.
That's it all day.
But yeah, I think the NFL referees just suck across the board. So
yeah, I think it's a tough job, and I think it's
it's not a fucking tough job, bro. Come on, they literally fucking sit around for half the year doing fucking nothing, and then the other half the year they fucking make calls. And I don't understand it, and maybe that's my gripe, I guess, with the refs is you sit here and you have a game center in the NFL fucking headquarters and shit for every game. If the refs fuck up a call, fix it. It's not that fucking hard. Just fucking buzz the fucking referee in the box and say, hey, they made a mistake. Go ahead and pick it up. Like, they discussed this shit long enough that the NFL should be able to pop in and be like, look, we've looked at it. It's not a holding call. We've looked at it. It's a pass interference. Like, for example, the forward pass that Josh Allen threw on the quote unquote lateral, it was a fucking forward pass. How come the NFL, the referees or whoever's in the fucking headquarters can't fucking call them up and be like, hey, it was a forward pass. Mark it fucking penalty, fucking place the ball where it should be, fix the clock, and let's go. Like,
well, I like that idea, but then there's also the other part that there's been plays where, so the rules are right now is the head judge goes over and watches the replays and stuff. Well, then how come sometimes in games, New York or whatever does call in and they tell them what to do?
Exactly.
Shouldn't it be that line judges? Shouldn't it be his call?
I agree, and that's my whole point. Is
so you can't be both ways, but they kind of
it's one or the other. It can't be fucking both. If you're gonna say
it is right now, that's
that's what I'm trying to say. It's stupid. It's like, so you decide when the NFL decides in New York when it's appropriate for them to fix the call, and then decide not to fix other calls. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and that's the part I don't like.
Making yourself look even more biased.
Right.
It's like either the NFL in New York has to make all the fucking definitive calls on good or bad calls, or you need to live by the sword and die by the sword and stick with the guys on the field. One or the other. You can't have both, because all you make yourself is look more suspicious.
I guess you put 10 guys in a room at the NFL place on each game and stuff, and as soon as they make a decision, yes or no, they hit a fucking button, and the most votes wins or something. Fuck, I don't know. But I understand what you're saying. They're just they try to do it both ways, but you can't do that because you can't make everybody happy on it either.
Right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is by deciding to call in and fix this call, but not call in and fix this call, it makes you look biased. Why would you choose to call in and fix one call, but not call in and change a different one if they're both wrong? You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it.
I think that's a bad look on the NFL. And it's even worse when people are bitching about your referees as it is. And I think it has a lot to do with, and I hate to say it, but when he was actually with the NFL, Dean Blandino did a great job of explaining things. We didn't always agree with it, but he did a great job of explaining the rule and why they made the decision they made. And them fucking cheap bastards didn't want to pay him, and now he's working on TV. And since he fucking left, the NFL referees have fucking gone to shit.
Well, when they come on and they start doing that and giving their opinion, I truly don't like that part either, because that even makes, like the refs aren't getting taught the right stuff. All they need to do is explain the rule and put no personal opinion of if it is or isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could agree.
We don't need personal opinions. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, just, if you hit the quarterback after 2 steps, it's a penalty. That's all they need to say. He doesn't need to say. And in this case,
well, I kind of like it. I kind of like that to a degree, though, because when you look at guys like Gene Steratore and Dean Blandino, who they headed the fucking NFL referees for fucking decades. I like their input because they're the ones that fucking adapted these rules. These are the guys that fucking taught these guys how to call these. And it shows that now that they have left because the NFL didn't want to pay them, it shows the discombobulation in the refereeing realm.
See, I take it the other way because I'd rather not know his opinion, because if he gives his opinion and it agrees with mine and they don't call it the right way, I'm going to be even more pissed off. Yeah. Seriously. So I'd rather just not give me the rule. I'll make the decision on my own. Because I think it can make the other guys look bad. And we don't need that part in it. Because then we just hate the refs more than we do, last week. So,
and I agree with that. But I just think, like you said, I mean, to a degree, I think that it's good to hold them accountable, especially if it's coming from a guy who's taught the refs. And maybe that's a way that the NFL will start to realize if they catch enough flack for it. Maybe they go and hire one or two of these guys back to fucking get the fucking ship straightened out.
No, you just made a whole new TV show for the NFL Network. Instead of them giving their opinion there, they have a whole show of controversial calls, and they will give the correct way of what it should have been.
I mean, hey, I'm down with that, but I think in that way, it holds.
So then you could go back and see all that stuff, and then I don't have to fucking be pissed off during the game. I'm just saying there.
CT can watch it on his own fucking time.
That's what I'm saying. So today on Twitter, I popped in for a couple of minutes, and I actually heard some good stuff today, which is strange and stuff. They were talking about our offensive line and how many different starting lineups and all this stuff. Did you know that our penciled-in starting lineup only played one game?
Yep, I'm aware.
Do you know which game it was?
It was the second game of the season.
Nope.
I swear it was the second game because that's when
Armstead wasn't back yet.
Oh, that's right. I swear, no. Which game was it then?
The Broncos.
Ah, of course.
Oh, the only game that we had all penciled in starters was the Broncos game.
Well,
food for thought. Sense. Food for thought.
I mean, I'm the one that's called it. How many times everybody says this offensive line, oh, for the circumstances they played well. To a degree, yeah, but at the same time, you know, when you're running fucking bubble screens and quick passes and shit, you don't really have to fucking block very hard.
So I can't remember who was doing the breakdown. It was some guy that does a lot of breakdowns and stuff and is pretty well known, but Kraft maybe, or Kyle Kraft, or does that sound right? Krabs. Anyhow, he's the one that did it, and they were playing his interview on Twitter so everybody could hear it. So he broke all this down, who was in, who was out, the games we won, and this and that. And I had to go in, or I got home and stuff, so I missed some of it. But, it was a great breakdown and stuff. And like I said, unusual for Twitter. Everybody was sitting there listening to it going, oh, yeah. And not very many people were bitching during this time, so it was kind of weird. So.
Yeah, when you get a fucking point that the fucking haters can't fucking refute, it fucking makes them quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for Kyle Krabs.
Big Philly was on there too. Spider-Man was in there. Big Philly's the one you need to talk to at some point. He was pretty funny in there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my thing is it's the same thing because I talked to Big Philly last night and we were sitting there talking about, bro, how is it that the same shit that Buffalo fans and shit were trashing Tua for, and Josh Allen made the same mistakes last night. Not only that, when they lose, then they make the same excuses we did, but when we used those reasoning, you call it an excuse, but then when you say it, it's not an excuse, it's just a fact. For example, oh, we had all those injuries on defense. Bro, we had more injuries on our fucking starting defense than you guys did all fucking year. And ours happened in a 4-week fucking period.
Where the fuck is Amicus at?
I don't know.
He probably ain't coming up. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that one.
He hit us up on the group chat and he said, what did he say? How did he say it?
See you next year.
He said,
so he couldn't come on one last time.
He says,
tough loss. Come on, Amicus. Come up.
He said, tough loss. Surreal that it was wide right. This team is cursed. In the end, just too many injuries on defense caught up to us. Fun year. Hopefully we stay healthy and add a young wide receiver next year. Smiley face until next year.
I think half their games they lost were at home.
I mean, like you said, Green Rat, they lost to a lot of losing
Jacksonville
record.
Really wasn't. They lost to Jacksonville, Eagles, Jets, which, that game was kind of weird. Who else? They got beat by a fucking Denver.
The Bills got on a good run at the end of the year. They finished like 5-1 or 6-1 or something. And so
because they were running the ball a lot.
They got a lot of guys back on defense and they got healthy on defense. But that's what makes it funny for me is their excuse of, injuries on defense, bro. Your defense got healthy at the end of the year. Ours got fucking decimated.
We were destroyed. Yeah, I mean,
Bro, when you're signing two guys off the street and they're starting DNs or outside linebackers for you fucking 3 days later, come on, bro. Come on.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they lost to the Eagles, then they played the Chiefs. They won by 3. Then they beat the Cowboys really well. Then the Chargers game was a 2-point game. The Patriots game was a 6-point game. And then the Dolphins game was a 7-point game. So where's this big dominance of a fucking great team?
Yeah, pretty much.
Chargers supposed to suck. Patriots are supposed to suck.
Well, the key was, like you said, they started running the ball and they were winning games. So, but they're about to lose Joe Brady. He's about to be gone.
Is that supposed to be their offensive coordinator or something?
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
That's who took over after they fired Dorsey.
Yeah,
they went 5-1 or 6-1 with Brady. But he's about to be gone. He's about to get a head coaching job somewhere.
Remember, he was what was it? Wasn't it he was the fucking offensive coordinator
LSU.
for what's his name?
For LSU.
Was it LSU? Yeah, for Orgeron, wasn't it? For Orgeron, right?
Ed Orgeron.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to remember. I wanted to fuck. I didn't want to be like, there's going with the gumbo right there.
That's him.
So guys, Orgeron. Which offensive lineman is the most important that you want to re-sign? Just curious.
Out of Connor Williams, Robert Hunt, and Isaiah Wynn, and Kendall Lamb, I think, are the only ones, right?
I believe so. The rest are probably under contract. Well, I mean, they're Liam maybe.
Nah, Liam is locked up. Liam is locked up. Yeah, Liam is locked up. If I remember correctly, it's Robert Hunt, Connor Williams, Isaiah Wynn, and Kendall Lamb.
We have to go Robert Hunt.
Give me 2. Let's go 2. 2 guys.
2?
Because I think we really do need to sign 2 of them back at least.
No, that's a great question. All right.
Yeah, it is. So, in my opinion, it's Robert Hunt, and I would probably say Kendall Lamb over Connor Williams. And the reason being is, bro, even if you wanted to re-sign Connor, number one, he's not going to be back fucking opening day next year. And number 2, look, as much as I give Eichenberg shit, Eichenberg is pretty well comparable to Connor Williams in pass blocking. Now, in run blocking, Connor Williams is much better. He pulls a lot better. But is it worth the difference of paying a guy $8 to $10 million? Fuck no. I'd rather fucking let Liam Eichenberg ride it out, draft a fucking center in the 1st or 2nd round, and fucking, let him go at it. Because we know that Eichenberg can play multiple spots, and he's sure better of a swing fucking offensive lineman than Jesse Davis bitch ass was. So I would say Robert Hunt and Kendall Lamb, to be honest. I don't think that Isaiah Wynn was all that great.
I would say Robert Hunt, and I want to say Connor Williams, man. I want to say Connor at center.
But are you going to pay him $8 to $10 million a year?
Yeah.
With what money?
I mean, see, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's why I was saying I'd fuck re-signing him. Let Eichenberg roll it out. If you draft the center on a rookie contract, great. And if he works out, You can fucking slide Eichenberg back to fucking guard or something like that. Because Isaiah Wynn was not as good as people fucking acted like. Like, he had one or two good games, and then he had a few fucking trash games, and then he got injured.
Who's if you had to say right now, who's our starting offensive line? Five deep, or the first five right now? Who would you say
for next year?
Yes.
Lamb,
Left tackle.
Wynn, Connor.
Nope. Isaiah Wynn's a free agent.
Jackson. Well, I'm just saying that's who I say is going to be starting for us at the beginning.
Are we thinking Armstead's gone? Is he toast?
Yes.
Is he out of here?
Yeah, I think he's finally calling it quits. And I told you guys this mid-season, a lot of these players, they don't want to end on bad notes, especially the older ones. But when you get injured so often, they just get frustrated and they just don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Because the physical grind and the toll on their bodies, they say, fuck this, I'm done. But in my opinion, as of right now, that's before we re-sign anybody and whatever, because I don't know how it's going to work. But if we don't re-sign anybody as of right now, it would be what's his name? Fuck. The guy who came in for Austin Jackson. Wasn't Kendall Lamb, it was the other one.
Smith or
Robert Jones?
Smith. It was Keon Smith.
Oh,
so
Smith.
you're gonna have Keon Smith, Lester Cotton, Liam Eichenberg, Robert Jones, and Austin Jackson.
I can guarantee you that's not even going to be close.
I understand it's not. I know that. I'm just saying stop right now.
Out of that group, then put me Lamb at left tackle, right?
But Lamb's a free agent. That's why I was saying, as of right now, if we don't re-sign anybody, we just ride with the guys we have. It's going to be Keon Smith, Lester Cotton, Liam Eichenberg, Robert Jones, Austin Jackson. And that's if we don't re-sign anybody.
Because we would draft a lineman every fucking pick of the draft to put in there.
Well, we might be fucking doing it. We might be fucking doing it. I mean, I don't think we're going to do it. You just got to
move fucking money around. We'll be fine next year.
We're going to
be too many contracts we can make or redo to have next year. Now, any year after that, that's questionable. But next year we can do a Waddle, redo Hill's contract.
But Big Philly did it on Spotrac, and I know that Spotrac gives like a generic contract extension, but bro,
hey, why are we letting the Bills fan on here?
Bills fan.
He was cheering for the Bills.
Was he?
Hell
yeah.
He loves himself some Bills.
No, sir. No, sir. Not repping the Bills over here at all, man. I'm just late. I'm late like a Bills fan, but I'm
Colin got the new fucking haircut, fucking high and tight, bro.
Yeah, I like it. He's got that summertime cut.
Yeah, bro. Got to get cleaned up, man. Got to get cleaned up.
Get it tight.
Fuck, we've been in the negatives up here. No fucking cutting the hair off up here right now.
Exactly. Bro, at least I'm not nearly as bad as you. We've been in the fucking teens, and then it was like 2 degrees, I think, Friday night or Saturday night. It was like 2 degrees. But negative, fuck that. No thanks.
Next week, I think we're in 40s, and at the end of that week, I think we might hit a 50.
Yeah, we're supposed to fucking hit the 50s here this weekend. So, hey, I done stole your text message for the show, your picture for the show, Green Rat.
I saw it. I was here at the very beginning. I was just being quiet.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You saw the fucking pucker face, baby?
Yes, I did.
Colin, you haven't seen it, so we're going to hit you with it, baby. You ready? Hey, watch this, Colin.
Let's get it.
Damn it, which one is it? That one? All right, I think it's that one. No. Fuck. Where is it? There.
Crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up, grow the fuck up, you crying, whining little baby bitch. You've got a chip on your shoulder, always ready to fight. You go off on people for the littlest slight. You're filled with hostility, anger, and spite. You love injustice, it gives you delight. You're a little man, a crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up and grow.
Grow the
Bullshit.
fuck up.
That's her singing the Ambicus.
Oh shit. And Michael K.
We need to reach out to that whoever's singing that. We need to reach out to her and get her to sing that song, but dedicated to the Bills fans.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That would be cool.
Stay tuned, folks.
Blizzy said I'm gonna fucking work on it.
Y'all here for the tiger? Y'all here for that tiger, huh? You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all need to be here for a real one though. Tigers ain't real ones. You know what I'm saying? The real attract. Bring that camera down here. Yeah, you see it. You see it. You see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one y'all need to be here for, man. I'm the main attraction. You see the Colgate smile?
Oh man. That's what the Dolphins were like after the fucking Bills lost. You see it? You see it? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you know, it's a Colin. What are your thoughts about it right now? What are you thinking about the Dolphins, man?
Oh man, it's tough, man. It's tough for me to know what to think right now, bro. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna make any content this off season, bro. There's nothing to fucking think about right now. Only thing I'm thinking about is a little bit about the draft, bro. But right now, I don't even fully know what pick we are, and I don't know what the plan is for us to do with the pick. So I guess
Well,
that's what
yeah,
I'm
the
looking forward
plan.
to.
Well, that's the key. I mean, we're 21 first round, but
We
like you
got to
said,
focus on free agency first.
right?
Because free agency will say what you're going to do in the draft.
Yeah,
When's
dude.
that start, Green Rat?
Cart before the horse.
When's free agency crank up?
I don't know.
After the Super Bowl. So yeah, we got a ways to go before we start making moves.
Yeah,
I
hell
guess.
yeah. I think that this team is built pretty good already, man. I don't think we need too many changes. I think
Right?
we just do some. But hey, I'm excited. I'm excited for this off season. This is another off season where we're coming off of making the playoffs. So I'm ready to make it back to the playoffs.
No, we're gonna have to, man. The bar's been set. If McDaniel, if he doesn't make the playoffs and win a game next year, this fan base is gonna go nuts. I guess it
Yeah,
depends on
hell
what
yeah.
fashion. I guess it depends on what fashion all that goes down. But
Yeah.
and I don't want to fire him. I'm not trying to get rid of McDaniel, but the fan base is already kind of like, WTF, McDaniel. And Tua, they're on Tua. It's both of them, man.
Yeah, man. So what do you think happens with Tua, Bleezy? Think they pay him or they wait?
I mean, I think they're gonna extend him. I don't think they're gonna pay him. I think they're gonna see what he does for another year and then pay him all day. Is what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I I don't know what to think, man. I don't know if they're gonna pay him or not. I know that I would like him to hold out for another year.
You want him to hold out? Hey, he might hold out. CT, you know anything about that? I don't know. I've heard it's a negotiate. I mean, he's at that point where it's time for him to make a move, and if he holds out at the beginning of the season, like going into training camp and preseason, the thing about it is, I think most Dolphins fans don't give a damn. I think they're gonna be like, "Hold your ass out." I don't care. I think
Armstead?
Tua.
Oh, Tua.
Yeah.
My bad. I had to run to the bathroom and I fucking missed that conversation.
No, it's all good.
I mean, I don't know if I would fucking have. I mean, to be honest, if Tua's gonna hold himself out, man, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. I like it, but I don't like it. I mean, I think he's proven enough that look, you got to get reps in and you got to be ready. And I feel like if for all that's said about what a stand-up guy is and his devotion and all that, and he wants to get better and all, you're not going to hold out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to be in there getting better every fucking day.
Right.
It's the same way. It's the same way I felt about fucking Christian Wilkins this offseason. Like, look, I know what you are, and I'm good with that. But at the same time, I still want you there working every day to get better at your craft. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Which Wilkins did. He balled out. And now
but he fucking held out. And then even Vic Fangio himself said, look, man, he held out and it took him, a few games for him to get really back into fucking football shape.
He held out and then he balled out.
Well, you got to remember he had a fucking slow start to the season. He didn't have shit the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season.
That's true, because we were sitting there, we were like, thank goodness we didn't pay his ass. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden he fucking balled out, and you were like, fuck, where's this Christian Wilkins been?
Yeah, that's true, man.
But we also have to accept the fact that the emergence of Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb getting back to a productive year absolutely helped Christian Wilkins because, yeah, he was still eating double teams majority of the time, but he did have more opportunities because everyone else was playing so well, including Zach Seiler.
I think do you guys think he's toast? I don't think he even wants to come back. That's how I feel about it.
Well,
I think he wants to come back, but at the right price.
Yeah.
Bro, he bet on himself. Can you blame him? The bag?
He's trying to break the bank. He's trying to set like an all-time high, I heard, on freaking DT money.
See, and that's where, look, man, if you could finagle the numbers to give him 20 a year, do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not paying him $28 million a year. That's not happening, bro. I'm not paying him $25 million a year.
No.
That's ridiculous, bro. We're paying Zach Seiler like $8 million a year. And you'd be paying fucking Wilkins 24.
And you got Tyreek, and you got Tua, and you got Waddle coming up. I mean, come on.
You
That's
got,
why-
obviously we got Robert Hunt. We got Austin Jackson next year. Austin Jackson, we didn't give him a 5th-year option. Next year is his last year unless we re-sign him.
Well,
Then we got Javon Holland. Javon Holland's coming up on a contract because he was, remember, Holland was a 2nd-round pick. He wasn't a 1st-round pick. So we have to pay Holland. We're going to have to pay who is it?
X.
Well, X's money is already on the books. Now,
I think X is gone.
Yeah, but unless you trade him or post June 1st cut him, even if you post June 1st cut him, you only save like $10 million out of the 16 he's supposed to get. You get fucking $6 million dead cap.
So what are you saying? We're keeping X?
Either that or if you can find a trade partner for a 4th or 5th round pick.
Okay.
But is it worth cutting him to save $10 million? I don't know, because you're not going to get a guy to replace him for $10 million a year.
I mean, I think he's on his way out. I wouldn't mind cutting ties with him, man. Get him off the books.
If we got rid of Wilkins and X, I don't know who the longest 10-year player would be on this team, bro. Maybe the long snapper,
Ferguson. Yeah, Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson. He's been with us for like fucking 8 years.
Alan the Conquered. Love it.
There you go, Green Rat coming in with the fucking with the jokes, baby. Let's go.
I had to leave for a second. My boss called and screwed everything up, and so I got a company card and stuff. And he's like, "I need the numbers and shit off the card because I can get better rebates." I'm like, "All right, if I have to." And then I was like, "Motherfucker, I don't have my socks on. It's out in the fucking truck through the snow."
Oh,
we still have like 18, 20 inches up here right now. So
damn,
like, motherfucker.
Yeah, now fuck that. It got warm enough today. It hit the fucking high 30s, low 40s, and bro, that we've lost what we got like 7.5 inches. That shit's fucking nearly gone off the ground except where it's been piled up.
Damn, man.
We were in the 30s and stuff, but nothing. Some stuff on the roof melted a little bit. Most of it, I mean, our ditches are so full because we had so much wind.
Okay,
so our ditches are going to be full for another week or so. So good snowmobiling weather. I took the sled out, but riding the trails and stuff here in Iowa, it's just too hard on my back. So
yeah.
That sucks because fucking thing was running good.
You've been seeing a bunch of go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you got to find a fucking racetrack that's still closed because of the snow and be like, let us fucking race our fucking snowmobiles.
Have you been seeing a bunch of deer up there, Green Rat?
I've seen a few run through the town and stuff, but not too many, to be honest.
Oh, did y'all hear about
they're
that?
All in my yard. That's why, Bleezy.
Did y'all hear about that deer up in Virginia?
No, sir.
The one in the cemetery?
Nah.
There's it was Richmond, Virginia. Real quick, Richmond, Virginia, there's a cemetery within the city limits, and there's a herd of deer. There's a bunch of woods around there, and there's a herd of deer in there, and there's multiple bucks, big white-tailed deer, but there's one in particular that his rack was just ridiculous, huge. And people would go in there and take pictures of these deer all the time and, just check them out. And they were used to people. They weren't like even scared of people. And then one day, a couple of days, that really big one came up missing and nobody was seeing them. and like 2 or 3 days later, some dude on Facebook posted how he just killed this monster over on the other side of Virginia on his own farm. He posted a picture of that deer from the cemetery.
God,
I call bullshit. He probably was over there, shot it, and drug it home.
Oh, he did. It's obvious. He tried to say he shot it on the other side of the state, and people immediately, because he put it on Facebook on some deer hunting site, and people were like, "That's the cemetery buck," because they already had pictures of it.
What a weasel dick!
He couldn't get no actual deer, so he had to go shoot the one that was easy money, easy game.
He did, dude, and he's getting roasted. I think he's in jail right now. I don't know.
We got a couple fucking big bucks that fucking hang out at the bottom of the yard. You guys have seen the map. I've got nothing but fucking woods around me, and there's a couple herd of fucking deer. And there's 2 bucks that these motherfuckers, you can hear them fucking sparring in the fucking woods in the summer, just beating the shit out of each other. And I mean, they're ways away, but you still hear them grunting and fucking nailing each other. You see them walking around. They're fucking big boys.
I need to come up there and go bow hunting next year. Give me permission to hunt back there?
Well, I mean, you can all. I mean, I only have the 2.5 acres, but I can get the fucking guy next door. We got fucking 40 fucking acres over there.
Colin, I don't know if you like deer hunting, but we got to go up there and hunt that.
Yes, sir. We gotta go catch the one that's at the cemetery. So easy,
like that cemetery buck. That cemetery buck. He posted it. Hey, and even what's crazier, the post. He was like, "This has been an amazing year. I got my third. I got my third buck this year, and this is the biggest ever." And then they looked at the other, and people caught on to him. They looked at the other 2 bucks he shot, and they were both from the cemetery too. They had pictures of them at the cemetery. He shot 3 bucks off that cemetery, dude.
That's crazy.
And he's popped, cold busted.
That's sheer fucking stupidity.
I'd invite you to come up here and go deer hunting, Bleezy, but then you probably wouldn't. You'd have to buy a house up here because it's so awesome.
I would love to.
I want to go out to Iowa. I want to get like a moose or something up there. Don't y'all have like fucking?
We don't have moose.
Not moose, but yeah, the big elks and shit. I think it was Rogan who was talking about it.
Not really in Iowa.
I don't think they're in Iowa and stuff, but
that's more Wyoming.
South Dakota. I remember it was
Colorado
like,
and Colorado's where
was like South Dakota and shit. Joe Rogan was talking about going. He went out there on like a paid hunting expedition, and he fucking landed a fucking monster out there. He was like, man, nobody goes out to these places, South Dakota, Iowa, Wyoming, shit like that, where, people don't go out there and hunt that shit. And these fuckers get huge out there. He was showing pictures on his podcast, bro. Like, these fucking things are like ginormous, dude. Like,
well, the moose out in Colorado are fucking huge. We go out to a place called Grand Lake, Colorado. And I was letting my brother drive. We were going out there snowmobiling, and this fucking big elk walked across the road, fucking stopped, and was fucking staring at my brother for like 5 minutes. Wouldn't let us fucking go across the road, just staring at him. I go, what the fuck did you do to piss him off?
Yeah, be careful. They'll fucking charge you.
Oh gosh, it'd fucking destroy my pickup. But
hey, did you guys see that? I am so fucking happy. Did you guys see the fucking guy who got fucking maimed by the fucking moose somewhere in the Northeast? Where there's this famous, I guess, trail or something in one of the northeastern states, and it says everywhere, don't fuck with the animals or whatever. Maybe it was a bison. I don't know. It was a fucking moose or a bison or something like that. And this guy just wants to fucking go up and keep fucking with it, bro. And he would get like 20 feet from it. His buddy was snapping a picture and he's like, all right, let me see if I can get closer. Bro, he gets up there and he tries to get right next to it, and that motherfucker puts a horn right up his asshole.
Yeah.
I was like, you deserve it, you fucking bastard.
That's what they do. You don't want to let you live around a bunch of bucks, and you don't want to let your dogs try to man up with one of those deer, because they will put their horns in a dog real quick.
So there's a couple snowmobilers out there in Colorado, I think is where it was at. That or Wyoming and stuff. But anyhow, they had two snowmobiles. One was farther back, and the fucking guy got off his snowmobile, and the fucking bison started chasing him around the fucking snowmobile, and he was doing laps around the fucking snowmobile trying to stay away from him. It was great shit, I'm telling you.
Oh, I love those.
Why would you have ever got off your sled and not just went out way around?
Yeah, I mean, either that or, look, I know them fuckers are fast, but they ain't catching up to you with the fucking snowmobile that doesn't get tired. You know what I'm saying? You can outrun them motherfuckers.
But yeah, they stopped in the road because they were crossing the trail and stuff and got themselves in a bunch of trouble.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
That's me
that
too.
That shit'll give you fucking nightmares.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's some crazy shit going on out there.
That's like the bear in my backyard. It scared the fuck out of me, bro. Especially when my wife fucking...
That guy that's in Richmond, Virginia. But they're saying that they think that guy was coming in there at night with a crossbow, and that's how he shot those.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Weasel dick, that's what I'm calling him.
Yeah, man. Fucking dickhead.
Did I hear something about fucking small dick Vic's back next year?
Yep. Pretty much.
I heard that. That's what I heard too. Hey, I mean, can we bitch about that? He was one of our bright spots, man. Even though I'm not sold 100% on his defense, but compared to our offense,
the other big conversation today was CT's boy Cam Smith.
Oh, okay. What are they saying about him?
Well, it's just everyone was disgusted. Nobody can fucking figure out what the deal was, to be honest, why he didn't play. But anyhow, it was a big topic today of discussion. Good discussion. Like I said, Twitter was weird. There was only one guy during the day that fucking ran his mouth and just was stupid, but...
What Twitter space are you on? I need to pop in there.
I was on... I can't even remember who. Spider-Man was in there today.
I get the pop-ups when I log on to Twitter. I see what spaces are going, so I'll look out for it. I don't have time.
Maybe it was Mo Sauces or whatever, or okay. I can't remember, but I think Monty Phins was in there, and like I said, Color was in there for a while. Big Philly was in there today.
Okay.
He was talking to Color about Big Philly.
What was he saying?
Big Philly was talking to Color about Michael K. Sorry, I said that.
Oh, shit. They don't get along
very lively for a little bit. So,
was Michael K in there?
No.
Big Philly
just Big Philly. Something was brought up about Michael K. and Big Philly started to say something, and then Color said something, and they were talking about your guys' show. So
they're talking about our show? What'd they say? What'd they say?
Remember the night that Big Philly was trying to talk to Michael K. about Josh Allen?
And they got into it? Yeah.
Yeah, and they sat there, and all Big Philly was saying was the part about Josh Allen has a good arm and stuff, and then Michael K. would just fucking start blah. and drowned him out. And Big Philly does not like Michael K.
Yeah.
No, I remember that.
Michael K's been fucking calling him fat ass and all kinds of shit, and talking shit to him on group chats and shit. So yeah, he don't particularly.
I remember that. I remember that conversation. Yeah, Michael K. Yeah.
So Big Philly was saying to go back and look on your guys' channel and check out that big argument to color. So.
Okay. Well, no, they did go at it. They definitely went at it. Big Philly, fucking,
Well, hey, if Color and some of the boys want to come watch it, go for it. Get some views. Why not?
That's what I was saying. That's good. That's good. Views is good.
Nah, we're gonna start kicking it with them more often. We're gonna start. CT was on one of their channels. I was on one of Shake Money's. Whatever. We're gonna start trying to network a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of have to and stuff anymore. I mean,
no, I mean we do. I mean, as you know, we're all four of us are OGs in this community. So
well, me and Color are like oil and water and stuff. We don't mix very well and stuff. But there's times where we can get on there and have civil conversations too. But I mean, the worst part is back when they were starting their channel, I was one of the guys that would pop in there in the evening and stuff, and then they just kind of exploded and kind of took on that kind of the crazier version of their channel and stuff. So
I remember when you were on there. I mean, I didn't know you, but I remember you having takes. I think I remember hearing.
I was on there and I sat there and talked to Crypto till like 3 a.m. and stuff, and he was explaining about like 9/11 and stuff. He was actually the apprentice at the air traffic controller. It was like his first week or something, and 9/11 happened. So it was pretty interesting.
You used to go on with Larry too, didn't you?
Yep, Larry I would go in there and every once in a while pop up on the panel, but most of the time I was just in chat. No, yeah. I tried to give everybody a little bit of love through,
Hell yeah.
If the likes actually help, I give the likes. I've never understood the like button, but it doesn't make any sense.
They say it helps the algorithm. I really don't know if it does or not.
But if the show sucks, I want to put thumbs down.
Yeah, I don't think it really has. I mean, I think it's more of the engagement, whether it's thumbs up or down. I think it's more just.
Yeah,
it's just.
Yeah, it does. It does, but everybody asks, "Hey, give it a thumbs up and stuff," and I'm like, "Well, how can I give it a thumbs up? The show hasn't fucking happened yet."
Yeah.
I think there should be a third button for the algorithm deal, and then the thumbs up and down for shitty show or good show at the end. But
yeah.
Anyhow, back to
So, what's your opinion, Green Rat? Where are we headed? What are the matchup? What is the Super Bowl matchup going to be this year?
It should be Ravens 49ers, but I'm hoping for an upset. So I want to see the Lions in there. Since for the last couple of years I've been fucking saying that they were fucking moving forward, and a lot of people didn't agree with me. Fuck. I don't like Lamar, so we'll have to get City in there.
All right. Who do you think wins, Kansas City or Detroit?
I think Detroit would have a great chance to beat Kansas City. I think they'd have a hard time beating the Ravens.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid it's going to be Ravens 49ers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping that, I mean, look, man, Detroit again, we talked earlier, their offense is more consistent. I like Dan the Man, and I like to see something different,
Oh,
I would love
absolutely.
to see. I would love to see a Baltimore Lions. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Colin, what do you think?
Colin's still shitting.
He's taking a shit. You know who I think it's going to be? I'm taking KC and San Fran.
Oof. And then who wins that?
KC.
Oof.
Sorry about that,
And
fellas.
I think
And
if that ended up being the game, I think 49ers would pull off that dub.
Andy Reid. He's about to. He wants to get his name in that GOAT category.
Colin, what's going on? He's finally back.
What's up, fellas? I'm just
What's up, bro?
I just had to run in to the house real quick. I'm actually trying to fill up my. I'm gonna in a little bit fill up my fresh water. I already got the hose out for the shit and all that, so
You got to fill up the tank.
yeah, I'm gonna do that instead of just hooking up to the city connection. Because if I hook up to the city connection, I just gotta leave my hose plugged in. But if I fill up the fresh water, I can just put the hose away without, because if I leave the hose out, I'm gonna end up ruining it.
Right.
So I'm just gonna fill it up because I put the hose out there yesterday, or this morning, because I was like, I'm just gonna hook up the city water. But then when I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hook up the fresh water, fill up the fresh water, and then put the hose away whenever I get up.
And then fill it back up.
Yeah, because then I don't have to leave my stuff out in the weather,
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
Not that you have bad fucking weather in fucking DeLand, but anyway. What do you think, man? We haven't gotten your take on the
playoff prediction.
Playoffs, man. You got to give us your Super Bowl prediction and your Super Bowl winner.
All right, hey, you guys already know I had the worst take, bro. I had Eagles and Chiefs the rematch, but it didn't end up working out for me. So I'm gonna go with the Super Bowl that everybody else is probably already picking. So I'm going with the 49ers and the Ravens, and I'm gonna take South Florida Lamar Jackson to take it home.
Yeah.
Fucking like
all right, I changed my mind. There's no fucking way the fucking Ravens are making it.
Yep.
Oh, man.
His bitch ass is going down. I'm fucking all Kansas City now. Full fucking drive in that.
You found that Andy Reid.
Green Rat's trying to put the juju on fucking Lamar Jackson. Oh shit!
Not a Lamar fan. So
I'm not either, but I'm tired of fucking seeing fucking Kansas City. It's kind of fucking getting annoying.
Yeah, I have to.
Since almost all the fucking playoffs have been either Tom Brady or fucking Mahomes.
And I'm really getting tired of fucking watching a Chiefs game and fucking half of it being Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that is.
It's really starting to get fucking annoying. Like literally, Travis Kelce catches a pass. We watch her for 30 seconds. Then the next play comes, and then they get a first down, and it's not even Travis Kelce, and they still show her for another fucking 30 seconds.
Now it's Jason Kelce. All the buzz is about him acting like a fool.
Oh yeah, he was drunk, took his shirt off and shit.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so now he's all over the map with Taylor Swift.
If I was Taylor Swift, I'd be like, "Can you please keep your shirt on?"
I heard Kelce was taking shots out of a bowling ball on the parking lot.
I mean, hey, him and his brother are partiers, bro.
Yeah, he was partying, man. Hey, that's what I would be doing if my brother played in the league.
Yeah, I'm down with it. But like you were saying, it's going to take all the oxygen as far as the camera. All the cameras are going to be pointed right to fucking Kelce, fucking taking shots and fucking taking his shirt off and shit.
Well, from my understanding, they weren't showing him doing shots and shit. It was just they had the video, I guess, of after Kansas City scored, I think, the touchdown in the third quarter. He took his shirt off, as like swinging it around his head and shit. But they didn't show him like taking shots or doing anything like that. But I was more referring to fucking just Taylor Swift, like, oh my God, she's here. And it's like literally every 4 plays, they'd fucking show her for 30 seconds.
It's probably because she paid him to fucking advertise.
Either that or they're just, bro, and I don't have a problem with Taylor Swift going to games and like, oh, like a girl likes football. No, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm saying. It takes the attention away from the fucking game. Like, I want to watch the game. I want to fucking watch them get in and out of the huddle and all that. I don't want to be fucking watching her. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I want to know how many NFL games she went to before.
0. She said, she admitted she'd never been to a football game.
And fucking get her the fuck out of there. But still, I want them to beat fucking Lamar, so.
I agree.
That jacket that she was wearing, that Travis Kelce KC jacket, one of her friends made it for her. That motherfucker was badass, dude. If that was a Dolphins jacket with, whatever number, I don't know what the right number would be.
I
don't even like looking at the crack whore.
My God. Green Rat's trying to get canceled.
Oh my God. Hey, I've been wondering how I could kind of see her. Maybe crack whore is the image I was thinking of.
A good analogy.
Possibly. I've never thought about crack whore.
It looks like she's so thin that she's on drugs. I mean,
she's not hot. I don't know what the big deal is about her.
She was better looking about 10 years ago.
I don't listen to her music, and I don't dislike her. She's cool. I just said I like that jacket she was wearing, but I don't see what the big deal is about her. But she's blowing up.
She's a huge country music, or not country music, a pop star for what now, like 10, 15 years or some shit like that.
Colin, why is she so popular? Coming from a young buck.
From a Bills fan.
From a Bills fan, young Bills fan. He don't know. He ain't even here. He's shitting again.
He's working on that tank.
Nah, she was a pop star she's been a pop star for a while. She got a huge cult following and shit.
She on American Idol at some point?
I don't know.
No, I don't know how she got discovered. I'm not really I just know the bare bones. I mean, I know, like, I have 2 girls, so they listen to Swift. So, I mean, I know some of her songs, but I'm not like, I haven't bought her CD or nothing.
She's like
I don't think I know one of them.
She's like a freaking mega. She's like a mega
sack of shit.
She's like a mega.
I don't.
A mega.
You've heard "Shake It Off."
I cannot name one name of one of her songs. Literally.
Well, you may not be able to name it, but you've heard that bitch 1,000 times. The "Shake It Off" song.
I'm the same way, Green Rat. I don't know any of her songs, but I'm sure if I heard them, I'd be like, I've heard it before. Yeah,
maybe an old country song, but any of that pop shit, yeah, that's for steers and queers.
Fuck yeah!
Oh man.
Hey, no, I mean, Taylor Swift, that's what I'm saying. I really don't get it. I don't get what the big deal is. But obviously, she's a freaking megastar right now. And I don't know.
Yeah, but none of them hold a fucking candle to like Elvis.
Fuck no, but you got to remember all the people that were fans of Elvis were fucking junkies back in the fucking 70s. Fucking smoking their 8 balls and snorting cocaine.
80% of the fucking U.S.
That's what I was saying.
She's pushing the megastar status for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, I know she was a singer. She was popular back in the day, but I don't know. Maybe, I guess, I don't know. She apparently became an international superstar somehow.
She's
But
pushing.
I'm not for
maybe,
sure that adults and stuff give a shit about her.
that's what I'm saying. I don't
That's
get
the
it.
difference. That's the difference
Like
of
you
what, like
said.
an Elvis or even Michael Jackson and stuff.
Michael Jackson,
it was
MJ.
of all ages, not just Taylor Swift is the little teeny bot fucking cult.
Like you,
Not
Nah,
necessarily
there
for
are a
people.
lot of adults who like her. There are a lot of Swifties who are adults, Green Rat.
Must be a
Swifty.
bunch of
Amicus,
fucking
one
drug
of them.
users.
Hey,
What would
Amicus and Big Philly are fucking Swifties.
what makes a person say
Well, Amicus,
I'm a
that
Swiftie?
explains it.
What makes a person say I'm a Swifty?
Hey,
Just
fellas,
they're a fan of, they're a cult follower of her.
I gotta use my phone flashlight real quick. I'm gonna hop back on in about 5 minutes.
I will come back on. We got
All
to
right,
talk to you
Bills
about
Mafia.
the Swiftie. We got to talk
Told
to you
you
about
he
the
was shitting.
Swifty and the Bills Mafia.
I will, bro. Just about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, he plugged up the toilet. He got to go fix it.
Damn it.
But no, I mean, Taylor Swift is mid at best. That's about all I gotta say about that.
Yeah,
Taylor
I
Swift
don't
also
really
has to
know.
go in for her is she's not fat. As far as a sexy chick.
Mid
That's it.
trending on the crack style.
Yes.
Oh God!
Wait.
Tiger. Y'all here for that tiger, huh? You didn't say, hey, y'all need to.
I
Taylor
have
Swift.
a
Whitney
few better
Houston
ones
style.
for you.
Taylor Swift is a fucking donkey.
Whitney Houston style.
Oh shit! Oh,
What
Taylor
Green
Swift.
Rat?
Whitney Houston, a lot of people liked her music, but they weren't fucking weirdos.
Oh yeah, bro. I
You
mean,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
absolutely. I mean,
Taylor Swift can't. She doesn't have. Whitney Houston had more talent in her little finger than Taylor Swift
Absolutely.
has in her whole body. I'll tell you that right now.
absolutely. I love Whitney Houston, man. Whitney Houston, bro. Like, so there's a few women who have the voice that give you the fucking chills, right?
Yeah.
Whitney Houston was one of them. Jewel was another one.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you go into these older chicks like Reba McEntire had the voice. Her scratchiness gives you fucking bumps too. I mean,
Patsy Cline.
Oh yeah, Patsy Cline was another one. Who was it? Oh my God. The more recent one. Oh my God. What was her name?
You're gonna say Carrie Underwood, aren't you?
Oh no. Alanis Morissette.
I
You
have
guys
no
remember
who you're talking about.
She had a fucking good voice too. Like, bro, like those are the kind of icons that I think of as, but
Right.
we're older though. We are older. We remember those
Winona Judd.
Oh yes. Winona Judd, yes, another one.
That Winona, her mom was better.
Man, Taylor
Got
Swift.
Naomi was a
with
way
Winona
better.
Judd. Taylor Swift can't sing with Winona Judd.
Aretha Franklin. Fucking
Aretha.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's some women that they got the voice that just give you the fucking goosebumps, man.
How about Fantasia? She's much better than
what
Taylor
the fuck
Swift.
is a Fantasia?
I don't know who that is, so
she's recent, came off the American Idol show, but she's better than Taylor Swift.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of people.
Hard.
Exactly. I mean, fuck, even Carrie Underwood is fucking better sounding than fucking Taylor Swift, and she sucks.
I What's her face was I enjoyed her music if she'd get straightened it out. Well, I enjoy
Jewel?
her country music. Miley Cyrus. It's just a
Miley?
shame
Really?
that she's a screw up. You
I
should
like
hear her
Miley.
country stuff.
Miley seems like she's.
I'm gonna have to Google her country shit.
She does Dolly Parton and stuff.
Jolene. She does a
Yes,
great
that's a
version
fucking
of
great
Jolene.
version. They even did it together once too,
Yeah, I think I saw that.
because Dolly is actually her fairy godmother or whatever the fuck you call it.
I've been to Dollywood
Have you?
Up around Nashville. Sure
Yeah.
have long time ago.
Tennessee, yes, sir.
Dollywood. I went to Dollywood and Opryland.
Hey,
And
speaking of that,
and I
you
went to
guys
the,
remember?
I went to the
You
Grand
remember-
Ole. I'm sorry. I went to the Grand Ole Opry too.
Bro, hey, I will tell you this, man. The best my ultimate fucking Grand Ole Opry moment. Jason Aldean and Bryan Adams. And they sung Please Forgive Me. Bro, that was fucking banging.
Jason Aldean put on one of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was in Unionville, Missouri, and you could sit wherever you want. He played for like 2 or 3 hours, went off stage for about 15, 20 minutes, came back out for about another 2 hours, and got kicked off the stage because they had a local guy that was supposed to play, and I think Aldean got off at like 2 a.m.
There you go.
And
That's
he was
fucking
singing
awesome,
towards
man.
tones, and it was like $10 to get into the whole carnival and stuff. So
I lied. It was Heaven. They did Heaven. That's right.
Heaven.
Bryan Adams is Heaven. They did Jason Aldean and Bryan Adams. That shit was banging, bro.
Oh, that's
yeah, he
cool.
was. Aldean was doing all kinds of music that night, rock and roll. When he came back out the second time, he goes, "I just need to practice I got a big concert coming up." So
Jason Aldean, he was the one performing at Vegas when that terrorist group came in there. Remember that?
literally, they had blankets laying on the grass, and you could walk up, shake his hand, and then go sit back down on your blanket and stuff. I mean, just so casual. But obviously that was when he was just becoming a star. So
Yeah. That reminds me of I don't know if you guys remember, but I was a big punk rock fan growing up. You guys remember Newfound Glory, right?
oh,
Wow.
Sounds familiar. I'm sure I do.
They did It's All Down Here, All Downhill. They did My Friends Over You. They did This Disaster. Bro, they were fucking huge. Anyway, bro, I remember we were at the Buzz Bake Sale, and we were out there in West Palm, and they had it was called the Buzz Bake Sale. They have like 3 days, and they have like fucking 40 bands and shit. And bro, a fucking tornado hit the fucking roof of a building like 3 blocks from us, and we were trying to get our shit signed. We were at their tent, and bro, we were holding these fuckers' tent down for them, and we ended up getting fucking a bunch of shit, bro. They gave us signed hats, signed CDs, and all kinds of shit. It was pretty cool.
yeah, we got a place here that does stuff during the summer and stuff at they call it Waterworks Park and stuff. And they've done like the old bands like Great White and all those guys. Those years of bands, they all get together and come in here and play really, really cheap. And I've never went, but
I loved it, man. I didn't want
in there.
They have one up here. I mean, it's not close to us. It's in the Carolinas, but it's called Carolina Rebellion. And bro, it was fucking awesome. They had fucking rap music. They had country music. They had rock music. Like, bro, all the who's who of back in the day. Like, excuse me. They had the Offspring. They had Breaking Benjamin. They had 3 Days Grace. They had Apocalypta. They had Megadeth.
I saw the Rolling Stones in Memphis in 1994.
There you go. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, Bleezy.
That was one of the best concerts, the Jason Aldean one.
What?
I was talking to Green Rat. So that Jason Aldean concert was the best concert you've ever been to?
Well, if you factor in the price and stuff like that, I mean, it was just like some guy, a friend of yours went up and started fucking singing. I mean,
yeah, and I understand. I was just saying, like,
he was singing every song that he had, every song of George Jones, Wailing, the Good Old Boys, the Dukes of Hazzard theme song, anything that we asked him to play, he knew it and he played it.
That's awesome. That's where I was trying to get at is because
sweet.
I've been to really nice concerts, but my best concert experience is not one of the most expensive either. I had we went to a small like carnival kind of thing, and they had Aaron Lewis from Stained, and he came out with Fred Durst, and they fucking sat there for like 2.5 hours fucking singing music together, and it was crazy, man. Like, I paid hundreds of dollars. I went to the Eagles concert in Miami back in the early 2000s. I went to Breaking Benjamin. I've been to a bunch of shit. But that Fred Durst, Aaron Lewis thing at that little fucking like carnival or fucking whatever they fair or whatever they call it.
Mine was the county fair is what it was. And they bring a carnival type deal. But they have this little building and stuff, auditorium looking thing that he stands on, and there is no seats. It's all just a grass hill.
Yep.
So lawn chairs, blankets, whatever you want to bring to sit in.
Yep, it's general admission. There were no seats or anything like that. Yeah. Yep. Same here. That was my best experience because you're so close to the stage. You're not fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I was really drunk at the Randy Travis and Brooks and Dunn concert.
Oh, but you don't drink. You don't smoke.
Like I say, I was drunk at that one, and that was bad. then I got pulled over downtown for popping wheelies with my Firebird.
Oh
shit!
With your Firebird? How
yeah,
the fuck work?
If you it was a 5-speed, and if you get on and off the gas in first, you get the front end to pop up enough, and it would lift the front. So
that's a hardcore pop. That's a lot of pop.
Pop says, I think you need to take it out or take it home. And I'm like, yes, sir. See ya. Because I was fucking drunk. I got lucky that night.
You were shit-faced.
Colin,
how's that fireplace in that bitch?
It's doing good, man. Do y'all know if you're supposed to leave your water, if you're allowed to leave your water pump on, or do I turn it off after I'm done using water?
You can leave it on. It doesn't hurt, but it does conserve power because remember that pump is running off your batteries. But if you're plugged into electric 24/7 anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, when I first cut on the water pump, I can hear a noise for about 10 seconds, but then after that it stops making noise. It's
priming the line.
It's priming the line. That's what you're hearing.
True. So is it okay to turn it off every time that I'm done using water?
You can.
But you should turn it to the wide right, you know?
Spidey.
Wide right, Spider-Man.
Spidey in the building. Hey,
Yeah.
hold on. Hold
That's
on,
right,
real
Spidey.
quick,
That's
because
right.
Colin and Spidey are up here. Colin, tell
Yeah.
Spidey to stop fucking ducking, bro. You're up here, Colin. Tell him to stop ducking.
CT,
Hey,
let's get that Madden matchup. Let's go.
this
Let's
I'm
go
ready.
this is
right after the show. You gonna get
Spider-Man.
home and let's play,
I
homie.
got your fucking ass tonight. I got your fucking
Spider-Man's
ass
a
tonight.
Dolphin fan.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Unlike the Bills Mafia guy sitting in the camper.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
What's going on with that, Colin? What's going on with that, Colin? Oh,
What's up,
that's right.
Spidey?
That's right. Green Red took away your Dolphin card.
That's right, man. I'm hoping
All
to
right,
get a
hey,
win.
Spidey. So we got everybody else. Give us your overall thoughts on the Dolphins right now, and then we got to get to your playoff predictions.
Oh, my overall thoughts on the Dolphins and what way? Like the season or something?
like right
The
now.
season,
Like right
the
now.
season right now. You know, we've had a week and a half to digest the loss, or 2 weeks to digest the loss.
Okay.
Heading into the off season, heading into the future, just overall.
I mean, I know the season ended in a disappointing way. You know, I obviously we had bigger fish to fry and things to accomplish and all that. But despite the season turning, ending on a sour note, we still had some, I guess, silver linings, you could say. This is the first time we get to 11 wins since 2008. First time we get back-to-back playoff appearances. You know, Tua had a hell of a season. You know, first player since Dan Marino get to the Pro Bowl, leading the NFL passing yards. Tyreek had a historic season. I'm imagining he gets a All-Pro. So we had a great season overall, man. I think going to the number one offense, those are some good things to look forward to. But obviously, you know, the collapse is one that, you know, it's one of those bad collapses, but I think that's a collapse that we could learn from, and we could take the positive things that we did this season and just build on that, because there's a lot of good things to look forward to. Obviously, you know, I think one of the challenges this season is signing some of our key free agents. It's going to be a lot of tough decisions to make, because we are $45 million of the cap, and we got guys that we got to pay. Xavier Howard, Jerome Baker, obviously getting top 5 inside linebacker money, and Emmanuel Ogba, etc. Gonna have to cut. Some of us, some people are welcoming that, some people are not. But we need it, bro, because we got to somehow get some, under the cap, and obviously, maybe Robert Hunt. I like Connor Williams. And if not, we got to look for replacements in the draft, because we got to extend Tua. And good thing about extending Tua, he will give us some cap relief, which is maybe saves us about 15 to 20 million in the cap. So extending him would create some cap space. And I think you really need to hit on the draft with only so limited picks. You're gonna have to make most of those picks. So I feel good about this team so far, but the injuries, I just think that there's a lot of guys that are key to our success. I like guys in key positions that are not coming back to like maybe midway of the season. So we're gonna have to find some way to get some replacements to try to fill in those voids. What's
There you
up?
go. All right, go ahead, Bleezy.
Who do you like at 21 at this moment? I know it could change.
Well, Bucky Brooks today said that he had the Dolphins in a mock draft picking Jackson Powers Johnson, which is a center from Oregon, and he's really good.
Fucking go! And I called that shit. Let's go.
Yeah. If you ask me, I would like the safety from Miami, Cam Kitchens, who's able to play. He's like more of a strong safety. Plays at Star World. He can play in the box. Blitz. He can play coverage. Yeah, he can play coverage. Like he's a really good. He's like a Brandon Jones that can cover basically. Over on the linebacker.
So real quick, can you see the screen, Spidey?
I can definitely see it. Yep.
All right. So Green Rat brought up an interesting question earlier, and I want your take on it.
Right.
He asked us, what two offensive linemen would you like to bring back? And who are the two biggest priorities? Now, let me run down the names because there are names that aren't on this list. But we have Isaiah Wynn, Robert Hunt, Connor Williams, Kendall Lamb, and I believe I think Robert Jones is under contract. So it's Isaiah Wynn, Robert Hunt, Connor Williams, and Kendall Lamb. Who are you bringing back out of those four? Two out of those four.
Which one are the four again? Can you repeat that? You kind of cut off a little bit.
Isaiah Wynn, Robert Hunt, Connor Williams, or Kendall Lamb.
Robert Hunt, Connor Williams. Man, this is easy for me. I think I'm keeping Isaiah Wynn because he's gonna be cheap. You said Robert Hunt, right?
Yep, Robert Hunt, Isaiah Wynn, Connor Williams, and Kendall Lamb. You can only keep two.
Keep two.
I think Kendall Lamb was only $2 million, by the way.
I think you know what? I think I'm gonna extend Robert Hunt and I'm gonna stick with Kendall Lamb because we need him for tackle depth. And he's cheap.
Yeah.
Hey, that's exactly what CT said earlier. And the reason why is I'm not trying to pay Connor Williams a bunch of money when Eichenberg, look, as much shit as I give him, Eichenberg is just as comparable in the passing game. Now, in the running game, he's not as efficient as Connor Williams because Connor Williams can pull better because naturally he was a guard, so he was used to pulling, and he's better at that. But I'm not going to pay Connor Williams a shit ton of money when Eichenberg and Connor Williams play are comparable. It's just not going to happen.
So I asked the question and never did answer it myself, personally.
I saw your message.
Spidey, were you were in Twitter today, weren't you?
Right. Yeah, I was.
When they were talking about the offensive line and the penciled in starters, Broncos, all that type of stuff. What did they say about the record and stuff with Connor Williams? I missed that part.
Well, what do you mean the record? Like
how many games did we lose with Connor Williams playing?
We didn't lose many. We lost without Connor Williams. We lost a lot more. Like our production, like when it came to like the yards per game, the points per game, they took a significant dip when Connor Williams wasn't playing. So I'm assuming we lost a lot of those games than we won. I heard we were like undefeated. I think. Let me see the numbers because I saw a tweet. Somebody had a tweet of Connor Williams. Let me see.
All right. While you're doing that, I got to do it one more time. I'm only going to play half of it, not the entire thing.
Crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up, grow the fuck up, you crying, whining little baby bitch.
How about that?
Oh my God, that cracks me up every time.
Yes, sir.
I got some good videos like the donkey and stuff that I'll have to get to you at some point, CT.
Hell yeah,
they popped
bro.
up on my Facebook and stuff, and man, there's some funny shit in there.
You gotta fucking text it to me.
You crying little baby bitch.
One more round.
Crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up, grow the fuck up, you crying, whining little baby bitch.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Oh, hold on. We got the other picture too. They should have fucking shown all the fucking fans crying, not just fucking one of them. Come on, bro. That kind of does. That kind of does. Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, they fucked up our season, so I don't have a problem trashing them at all. I never have, never will.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
Bills trash.
yeah.
I like we called it though. The funny thing is all they talked all that shit about Tua being inaccurate, Tua being a one-read quarterback, Tua and the pick sixes, Tua not showing up in the moment and elevating his team's play, and yet Josh Allen does the same exact shit. Josh Allen in third and fourth quarter was trash. They dropped the fucking easy pick six. He had another fucking tip pass that should have been intercepted, that was almost intercepted and dropped. I mean, the Chiefs tried to give him the fucking game, and they still couldn't fucking get her done. I mean, they choked as always. All that shit talking about, oh, Mahomes can't fucking win on the road. He's always playing at home. Fuck that. Look at that. Get your checkers on, baby. Get your checkers on.
So, CT, this is way off and stuff, but I just sent you one of the funniest things I saw after the Cowboys game that someone put. I texted it to you. You'll have to load it at some point.
Yeah, no, I got it right now. It's only a
This
picture.
is for you, Bleezy.
What you got?
Hey,
Oh,
Bleezy,
shit.
you already know.
Oh,
what time it is.
shit.
Got
Okay.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
Stocked up.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Wow! Wow! My bad. I keep saying it, but I'm waiting for it to download. But that's the fucking hilarious.
What you got?
Y'all
What
ready?
is it?
Look.
It's not a logo. It's a
1 star.
1 star.
It's not a logo. It's a rating.
1 star.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, even for the Bills, at least you're not the Cowboys right now.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what a disappointment to be a Cowboy fan.
Oh yeah.
Man, easy because everybody's comparing us to everybody's saying we're the Cowboys of the AFC.
But the funny thing is we lost to the fucking Chiefs that are going to the AFC Championship. So
right,
we were on the road in frigid conditions and unfucking godly conditions. Yes, it's our fault we were there, which is a whole separate problem. But the point is the Bills talked all that shit about they're not going to win when we're at home. They're not going to win. We're at home. They know how to play on the road. And, bro, not only did they lose, but they should have got trounced. I mean, if you hold on real quick, realistically speaking, the fumbled fucking ball into the end zone is a taken away touchdown. And the pick six is another fucking 14 points. And that's not including the fumble that Josh Allen had that fucking turned into no points. And fucking and the possible second pick on the third to last drive where the ball got knocked up in the air, tipped at the line, and was almost intercepted. So the fact that they only lost by 3 points is a fucking miracle.
Just remember that fucking Tennessee game.
Hey,
Who
what
did
about
we
that
lose
wide
at
open
Tennessee?
Who did we lose at Tennessee?
Yep.
Hey, how
Trent
about-
Williams, we lost to Tennessee.
There you go.
Offensive lineman.
How about that perfect?
Yep.
That perfect pass
Hey,
that
but-
Josh Allen threw, man. That was perfect to Stephon
Oh
Diggs.
my God, that was,
It was not perfect. As a
Dude,
matter
that
of
was fucking
fact, it
perfect.
was inaccurate. The Stephon Diggs, instead of having the ball over his shoulder, the ball was over his head, and he tried to adjust to it and catch it. But unlike Tyreek Hill, he made the fucking catch. But it's funny that if Tua threw the same type of pass to Tyreek Hill, and they hammered Tua. Oh, it's such a bad pass. You got to lead it in front of him. It's got to be over your shoulder. But Josh Allen does it, and now they're going to argue that Stephon Diggs dropped the perfect pass?
Bro,
Fuck that.
He did, CT.
It's
He did.
bullshit, bro.
What pass
That was
is
on
it,
the
CT?
money, bro.
What
He
pass are
launched
you talking about?
Stephon Diggs, the deep one, where it was over top of Stephon Diggs's head,
right
and
through
he
his
had
hands.
to turn, and he tried to readjust his hands and his head to the ball because it was coming over his head and it wasn't out in front of him, and he dropped the one that went through his hands.
Yeah, that's because the
And
ball
what
was
about
70 yards
the deep?
downfield. The ball was 70
What about
yards
the
downfield.
what deep pass are you? You
The
sounded like
one
you defended
right
Josh
at the end
Allen.
of the game. Right at the end of the game, Spidey. Right
We
before
told you, we already told you, fucking Spidey. Fucking, he's a Bills fan. That's why his Dolphins guard
Nah.
got taken
Oh,
away.
that's why he's defending Josh Allen because I'm like, oh, it
No,
was
I
70
am.
yards. So you say,
I am.
What?
hey, but listen,
That throw was
real quick.
money.
So what deep pass are you talking about? The Tua that was over the wrong shot? Are you talking about the one to Tyreek against the Cowboys, the 92-yard touchdown that the Tyreek dropped?
No. Remember, it was the second touchdown that Tyreek caught, and it was the one where who was it against? I don't remember who it was against.
It's when
remember all
the
their
pass
touchdowns.
was supposed to be thrown at the 40, and Tyreek said, Tua, I can't adjust that much usually, or something to that extent. And then they went and watched the tape,
you
and
mean the one
Tyreek goes,
against
"Oh yeah, I was supposed to be
the one
going
against the
here."
Commanders? The one against the Commanders, the second touchdown, the second deep touchdown.
Yes. Yeah, where Tyreek admitted he was wrong that Tua threw it in the exact place it should have been. But remember,
Right.
all the Bills fans and everybody else, oh, look at that terrible throw. It wasn't accurate. He had to readjust to it. And,
yeah, but remember, if you watch
Josh
that play
Allen throws a similar fucking pass, and his receiver has to readjust and drops it. But now you're going to say it's a perfect pass, but you're going to trash Tua for his pass.
Bro,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
yeah, but on that particular play, they were blitzing. They were blitzing, and they were playing. Washington was blitzing, and they were playing cover 3, right? So Tua had to buy some time with a little subtle step, right, to the right to give Tyreek Hill time to adjust to the football, and he saw the middle of the field safety, running towards Tyreek, so he threw it to outside the numbers to keep the ball away from the middle of the field safety, right? The deep middle safety,
Yeah,
and that's why he
threw
threw
it
it
where it
outside the
needed to
numbers.
be.
Right, it's an outside hash throw. It's supposed to be that way. Like the one against the Cowboys, right? The one I brought up. Some people were saying that the ball landed over the wrong shoulder. But if you watch the play, right, Tua got earholed by Micah Parsons in a block that was that was on a block that Kendall Lamb completely whiffed on, and Micah Parsons hits Tua on the blind side when Tua's on his follow through making that throw. And the ball went to the wrong shoulder, and it wasn't necessarily Tua. It was, and if you go back to you watch Shannon Sharp's podcast with Ocho Cinco with Chad Johnson, he said that Tyreek was supposed to go with a slight outside release and go outside the numbers, close to the sideline, so that the ball could be over the right shoulder. But that's why, and he explained why the ball went over the wrong shoulder. That when you see the football, the ball is on the. I think it's on the. I think it was on on. Let me see. I'm trying to remember the play itself. I think it was on the right shoulder, on the left shoulder when it was supposed to be on the right. But that was because, like I said, Tyreek Hill made the wrong adjustment on that route. He went inside trying to speed, trying to blow past the corner and the safety inside the numbers, but he's supposed to go outside and go towards the sideline. That's why the ball. It was a perfectly thrown ball. It was just, So yeah, those are the two throws that that Josh Allen is gonna get. He's not going to get criticized by the national media for, but when it comes to Tua, that shit's nitpick.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
Well, Spidey,
right, but even though Tua did the right things on those plays.
Spidey, do you think that Tua could make that throw that Josh Allen made at the end of the game?
I didn't see that particular pass, but
the one that we were talking about.
No, I didn't see it.
absolutely. Tua
Bro,
can
CT,
make
there's
that
no
That's
throw.
way
why I
Tua
asked.
can throw it that far, bro.
That's why I asked CT about it because I don't know because I haven't seen it. So
Fucking, you know what? I
What are you
officially
talking about?
listen. Hold on. You know what? Green Rat's taking your fucking Dolphins card away, and I'm about to take your fucking
I can't
MDC
believe
title
it,
away.
man.
Because, bro, Tua has made the same step up throw. He did the same one against with Tyreek Hill,
Chargers
and I can't.
against the
No, it
Chargers.
wasn't the Chargers. It was
Jalen
early
Waddle,
in the
bro.
season. No, I'm not talking about the Jalen. I'm talking about the Tyreek where he steps up to the right and then he throws to the left side of the, he steps left and then turns his hips and throws the ball to the right side of the field. And he did it with Tyreek. And it was the one that was oh my God. It was which game was it? It was the one that he threw it way out in front of Tyreek, and I and everybody included thought he overthrew Tyreek, and it landed right in the fucking breadbasket, and it was a 68-yard pass in the air. Not
It wasn't a
he
touchdown,
caught it
was it?
after 40 and ran. No, it was a 68-yard pass, and he caught it at like the 6 or 7 yard line and ran it in the rest of the way.
Yeah, but
And I
CT,
cannot
you saw
remember which game it was, but he did it. Colin, stop fucking sucking Josh Allen's
it
dick.
the
But don't you guys realize those passes
was it-
aren't over 50 yards, air
Was
yards?
it the one against? Was it the one against? I think it was the one against. Not San Francisco, right? Last year, the one in Candle Park, not Candle Park, and Levi's.
I don't remember last year's. I don't remember last year's, to be
The
honest.
difference is Josh Allen could be falling back and throw it 50 yards. Tua needs to kind of be set to throw 50.
Yeah, he needs to set his feet and throw. But
Yeah,
that's not
kinda
a
what I'm-
problem. The only problem is again, and I understand your point.
It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown. CT.
No, well,
Yes.
it would have been if they.
No, we're
man.
not talking about the Stephon
Trying to
Diggs one.
remember, bro. No, I know. I was trying to
The
say
one that Tyreek,
was that
Tyreek. Yeah, he caught it at the 6 or 7 yard line, and he gave the okey doke. He did the stop and go. The defender ran by him, and he fucking walked into the end zone.
That wasn't the Chiefs touchdown, right? The one in the playoffs.
No, it was early in the season. Anyway, it doesn't matter. My whole point, though, Colin, is I agree. Josh Allen has a much stronger arm. I'm not fucking arguing that. Yes, he could fall back and make a 50, 60-yard throw. Tua can't do that. But that doesn't mean that Tua can't fucking throw a 70-yard pass in the air. We've seen it happen. It's not about – that's my biggest argument about this season and all the criticisms of Tua. Oh, he can't throw outside the numbers. Oh, he can't throw deep. All these revolving, fucking goalpost moving fucking bullshit. We've seen Tua do it all. Tua can make all the fucking throws. The difference is when can we have an offensive line? No, it doesn't have to be Alabama-esque and have fucking 6 seconds, 7 seconds to throw. But if you can hold those fucking blocks, instead of Tua having to throw the ball in 2.5 seconds, if he can hold it and throw it at 3.5 seconds, bro, when he's five wide, and I hate this narrative about he's not a progression quarterback. Bullshit. He's not a one-read quarterback. When he's five wide, Tua is the most efficient fucking quarterback in the 5-wide fucking scheme in the last 3 fucking years.
He's a rhythm quarterback.
Did you see Omar Kelly? Did you see Omar Kelly's podcast?
Hold on, real quick. I want you to break this down. You just sent it to me, and I just downloaded it real quick, Squiddy or Spidey. Go ahead and break it down for the boys.
All right, so this is a question. This is coming from a question from Green Rat. Okay, so today we were talking about Connor Williams and supposedly we're talking about the record. But anyways, I have numbers here from this season, from the 8 games that he played with us and the 10 games that he was out. Okay, so basically here it says that the Dolphins offense with Connor Williams on the field for 8 games, the Dolphins averaged 34.24 points per game, 461.25 yards per game of offense, and 8 sacks allowed. And of course, without him, which was like 10 games, we only averaged 22.9 games. Sorry, 22.9 points per game, 339.6 yards of total offense per game, and 25 sacks allowed. So our production dipped. Our production dipped without Connor Williams.
Miami's most important lineman to be re-signed is Connor Williams.
Yeah, right.
I don't agree with that. I go Robert Hunt. I'm sorry, but Robert Hunt is more important than Connor Williams.
You can move Liam to
Liam can play that spot. You said he's versatile.
Yeah, he can play left guard. He can't play right guard. So stop.
He played better at right guard than left guard.
I don't know.
Yep,
I don't know.
But
I
anyhow,
think Liam is a good backup, but he's a backup. That's all it is. I'm sorry.
I wanted Connor Williams. Connor Williams and Lamb, and possibly win the Robert Hunt if he wants to take a good deal. I would re-sign him, but that would be the one I'd let go. Because you can sign Wynn and Lamb for what you're going to pay Robert Hunt.
Free agent. Do we go after a free agent O-tackle or O-lineman?
We very well could, and that might make some of this all mute too. I mean, and by having Connor Williams, he could step over back to guard too. I mean,
that's where I could agree with that sentiment. Draft, like I said earlier, I want to draft a center in the second round. I don't think you're going to go. If you get a guy that's unpassable in the first round, then do it. But I would rather have a straight up center. Connor can go to guard. If Eichenberg has to go to guard, you got Lamb. So say we got Lamb, Connor Williams, a stout young rookie at center, Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. I'd be okay with that, but that's just okay. I would love if you had Teron Armstead with the Lamb waiting in the wings. You got Connor Williams, a stud center, Robert Hunt, and Austin Jackson. Bro, I'm fucking down with that.
Here's where I push on Connor Williams and stuff. All those games wasn't with all the starting lineup in there, but he's also calling all the line stuff, which by those stats that we just saw is very important to this team. And that's where I believe Liam, he's a good backup for a game, but
Liam,
I don't think he can call the line stuff and stuff.
Do you remember when we had that conversation, Green Rat? Remember?
I know
on the show, we had that conversation about where Tua came out, and I don't know if you ever found that, but I sent you the transcript, but you said you wanted to hear it. You wanted the video so you could interpret the tone and how it was said. But Tua essentially said in the transcript, we told Eichenberg, make the protection call in the huddle, because before Tua says the formation to the center, and the center makes an initial protection call.
Mhm.
Once he calls the actual play. Once they walk up to the line, Eichenberg is supposed to look at the formation and make an adjusted call. Well, Eichenberg would take so long to try to figure out what his fucking thing would be that
See,
Tua told him.
I didn't read this transcripts because I never got it, but I did hear that. And what my take was Tua was pretty much saying, go up there, make a decision, and we will go with whatever you decide. Don't get confused and worry and then not communicate. Just decide on one and go with it.
Well,
And
that
What do you mean?
that's
I
what he
kind of took it more as it was Tua saying, "Hey, make your gut instinct call, and if it's not correct and we see something obvious, then we'll address it." You get what I'm saying? Is don't wait, because again, Mike McDaniel takes so fucking long to get a play call in, and then if you're waiting on a center for 3 or 4 extra seconds trying to decipher shit, then you got to do your motions. That's why you're getting false start penalties.
and I understand that was
Or
talked about
you can't read the deep.
to his last deal, but I disagreed due to the point that if all these motions are taking that much time, either Tua just needs to start calling the plays himself, or we need to start taking some of that crap out and start running more conventional offense.
I think what you're saying is McDaniel needs to give it up, but will McDaniel give up the play calling? How stubborn is he going to
Well,
be?
I don't think I'm not going there. I'm going to the point of if we have to sit there, see the defense, then start a motion, and Tua decides this and that at the line, and it's taking 15 seconds up there, or 10 seconds or whatever at the line. Either we got to move fast to be on the ball and call it that way, so you have time to do all these motions, or you have to be a little more conventional and only use these every once in a while.
And
yeah,
I
bro,
agree
you know
with
what our percentage was? But you know what our percent? Real quick, CT. You know what our percentage was of motioning? We in the playoff game against the Chiefs. We ran the most motion out of any team in those playoffs. Right? We ran motion 82% of the time. I think like the next team was like San Francisco, and they ran like 60%, something like that. Something to that effect. We ran 82% motion, or 82% of our snaps we ran motion. I think Miami's got to cut down on the motions, bro. Not by a huge percentage, but that's like
I guess
CT's
that's kind of what
That's
I was saying.
Yeah, that's what Greenway was saying, and that's what I was saying. I agree, because in this situation, and I see, this is where it's a double-sided coin, right? So the haters of Tua want to go, oh, but you got emotions so that you can try to identify before the snap. No. Mike McDaniel does the motions because he wants to catch the defense off guard. And the thing is we know that Tua can read a defense in 5 wide. We've sat here and we've talked about, bro, if you go 5 wide, everybody says, oh, well, Tua is so terrible against the blitz, even though the last 2 years, Tua's been one of the highest rated quarterbacks against the blitz. So that's a fucking false narrative in itself. But we're going to insinuate, even if it was the truth.
Again, CT.
So the last 2 years, Tua was one of the highest rated quarterbacks against the blitz.
Okay,
but people want to say that, oh, when you blitz him, you can't. He gets flustered and he can't make reads. That's bullshit. And so now you sit here and say, okay, that's devil's advocate. Even if it was true.
Hey, CT.
Hold on. Let me finish my fucking point, Colin. And you can hold on before I forget my fucking point.
But even if it was true, go ahead.
Even if it was true, why is it that Tua in 5 wide, where you have to be a progression-based quarterback? 5 wide does not allow you to be a one-read quarterback. It doesn't. And number 2, it allows Tua to see the blitz, because by spreading out the defensive secondary, okay, even if this corner comes, I have this. But by spreading them out, there's only 2 linebackers, right? So one linebacker has to go out in coverage, right? So Tua can say either these 2 linebackers or this one corner can possibly blitz me. And if this guy comes, I can make this read. If this guy comes, I can make this read. If this guy comes, I can make this read. Bro, why is it that Tua is great in 5 wide? He's one of the most effective quarterbacks in 5 wide. I believe, if I remember the stat correctly, he is top 4 in completion percentage in the league in 5 wide this year.
Not only that,
why did we not run more 5 wide? Why did we not run more 5 wide? The same argument, and I give it to him. Color was correct. And I was on Big Phillies. We talked about how Durham Smythe, bro, why is it that everybody goes, oh, well, Tua can't throw anticipatory throws in the slot. He can't get the seam. He can't throw to a tight end. Bullshit. Because you motherfuckers ran your mouth that all he did was throw to Mike Gesicki and Durham Smythe in his first 3 years. But now you're going to change the fucking narrative that he doesn't know how to throw to a tight end? Or is it that Mike McDaniel doesn't know how to scheme tight ends open? Because
or is it that Chris Greer? Chris Greer didn't know how to bring a tight end in. When's the last time we had a good tight end?
Bro, Mike Gesicki and Charles Clay.
How fucking long
ago? But the thing is it the fact that Mike McDaniel is so focused on the run game that he equates
that's all he knows
to an extra blocker? Exactly.
McDaniel, all he knows is a fucking power run game, which I love that. I love a power run game, but he doesn't know tight ends. He doesn't know play calling.
I don't understand where you guys that he doesn't know tight ends.
He hasn't
used tight ends in Miami, but he sure drew a lot of fucking cool stuff up for the 49ers with tight ends.
No, he didn't, because he was the run game coordinator. Stop it.
Green Rat, how do you explain what happened with Mike Gesicki? How do you explain that?
Mike Gesicki got hit in the nose with the baseball when he was a young kid.
Okay, so you're saying he's trash.
Well, anytime the ball was thrown at his face, he couldn't catch it.
He couldn't catch it?
No.
We're talking about
if the ball was thrown out where he reached for it, he was fucking awesome. But if the ball was at his face, he had trouble. He fucking shuts his eyes. I know he does.
Yes, he does. We've talked about it. There were 4 or 5 fucking passes that year, and 3 out of the 5 or 6 were fucking touchdown passes in the end zone, and he dropped them. One doinked off his face mask, hit his hands, doinked off his face mask again, hit his hands again, and he still dropped it.
Okay, his last year, Gesicki only had 52 targets the whole year. And
because he
threw everything to Waddle.
That was McDaniel's first year.
Right, and he threw everything to Jalen Waddle.
Well, I could agree with that too, but even the times that Mike Gesicki was given the opportunity to catch passes, he dropped them. And then number 2, they said, look, we want you to start blocking more so that it's not a tell when we put you in that it's going to be a passing play. And the problem is Mike Gesicki sucks more Josh Allen donkey dick than Amicus at blocking
Whoa,
than
that's a lot.
Amicus does at sucking Josh Allen's dick. Period.
CT,
So, Spidey, whose Twitter were you on today?
on Spliff, the homie Spliff.
Okay, I couldn't remember which one we were all listening to, but that was actually a pretty good one today. I mean, there was good information, a couple of goddammits along the way, but when I was listening, it sounded like it was some good talk and stuff on it.
That's good.
I think we lost him again.
That's good football talk. Do you hear me? No, I was just saying when Spliff. Do you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. No, I was just saying that Spliff, when he does host spaces, usually it's pretty it's pretty good, man. It's just it's just football talk. We just talk X's and O's and we put out stats and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool show, man. It's a pretty good.
I think it was
space.
that junior guy that kind of took it off the rails for a while.
Yeah, but that dude Kendall, he can definitely get people on people's nerves. But yeah, but anyways,
there's some interesting stuff being talked about. So
but
as much as sometimes we trash them, we got to give them credit.
Yeah, we talked the offensive line, we talked the draft, we talked a lot of stuff today. It was pretty productive. Hey, CT, I sent you a couple links on your just text you a couple links, so if you want to put it up.
Yeah,
sure. You can. Yeah.
Irv, anybody talking about Bo Nix?
Bo Nix? Nope. Nah, nobody talking about Bo Nix.
All right.
No. Nope. I'm not even. I don't. I think he's a little overrated for me, but
yeah, he might be.
Nobody. No. Yeah.
I'm not sold on him. I'm not all in on him, but for what I see,
no.
a little bit. Yeah.
Neither him nor Penix. Neither him nor Penix am I sold on.
Okay.
Maybe we can draft Mr. Irrelevant this year.
Yeah.
Bo Nix had a 78% completion percentage. I think, and I don't know the exact stats, but it was something around 34 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Don't sleep on Bo Nix.
On pick minimum.
I think the dumbest thing I heard was something about the Bears quarterback coming to Miami or something.
Oh, I heard a lot of talk about that. Justin Fields. Yeah.
Say it again. Yeah, Michael Penix is similar to like Tua. He's accurate. He's anticipatory. I think Tua's got a quicker release. He might have a stronger arm than Tua, just slightly, not that much. He is somewhat mobile. I would prefer Tua than Michael Penix. Just saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You gotta go Bo Nix.
Upgrades.
You gotta go Bo Nix.
I would rather go Bo Nix over. I'd rather go Bo Nix over.
Bo Nix is more of a Tom Brady prototype.
Right. Yeah.
Is he right-handed?
He's right. Yes, he's right-handed. Michael Penix is left-handed.
I like him then. Fucking hate left-handed.
Penix?
Bo Nix.
Oh, you don't like left-handed?
Nope, that's why I play the game in fucking Bear Vision, so Tua looks right-handed.
No,
Bo Nix.
I'm actually playing. I am used to throwing with left-handed quarterbacks. I grew up traditionally with right-handed, of course, but I've gotten used to the left-handed quarterback. It's kind of weird for me when I throw right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to because I play so much with the Dolphins and Tua, so I got used to their playbook, their offense.
Yeah.
So you like Bo Nix at 21, Bleezy?
I mean, is that sick? Is that sick? I mean,
No, I
I
mean, hey,
I'm going by. Hey, I'm not just fucking saying. I'm going by the Green Bay theory. Green Bay would draft a
oh, I
quarterback.
see. Like,
Yeah,
and then develop
stock
them,
them.
let them sit,
Yes,
and let them.
yes, stock
Yeah,
them and put them on the bench.
It all depends on what happens in free agency.
But
That's why I never go to the fucking
you have to
draft.
get that quarterback in the first round. You have to get that guy in the first round.
If we get
yeah,
Otherwise,
our
but I
needs
don't know.
filled before the
I'm
draft,
not
then we
sold.
can go
I'm
with
not
the
Nah, the
sold.
fucking problem is that CT is fucking right again with the fucking stats, bro. I'm sorry, but you don't need no fucking other quarterback. Right here. Go ahead, Spidey.
You got to click on the other one. Okay, so real quick before you go to that one, right? So people say that he's been taking a lot of sacks. So Porter basically is explaining that he's sacked 9 times when facing the blitz, which is 4th least among the qualifying quarterbacks that have a minimum of 130 dropbacks against the blitz. So, show the first one.
Yep.
The
Here
first
you
one
go.
that I sent you.
Yep.
So Tua basically is this season he has the highest passing grade against the blitz per PFF. He has 11 touchdowns, 0 picks, and completed 87 passes out of 128 passing attempts for 988 yards, 11 TDs, 0 INTs. The best.
They probably
again-
all happened when Connor Williams was the fucking center.
But it don't matter. My whole
It don't
point is
matter.
right now.
Connor Williams or
My
not.
whole
Connor Williams
fucking
or not.
point is CT was right again because again, Tua is great against the blitz. This fucking narrative, just like the guy said, I hate when people make shit up. I am not a fucking Tua non-fucker. Tua has issues that he needs to fix and clean up. I'm not the guy's not infallible, but do not come at me with some fucking made up bullshit. That's my problem. If you want to say, oh, well, Tua, we have the communication issues, or Tua, when Mike McDaniel gives him little to no, because another stat that I saw, Irvin, I'm sure you can find it. So people talked about Tua not checking down enough this year. Well, I had the stat, and in 3 wide receiver sets, which we ran 75% of our offensive plays, and 3 wide receiver sets, we only had a check down on 3% of those plays. 3.
Yeah, that's bad. That's not good. That is not good. And usually the check down options is usually to his strong side. Is usually to his strong side, right? And he has to make a cross-body throws just to make the check downs.
Exactly. That's
left
another
side.
stat I heard
ridiculous.
as well. That
It's
was
ridiculous.
another stat I heard as well, is over 90% of the check down options he was given this year were cross-body throws.
It's really difficult for a left-handed quarterback to throw to his opposite side, especially on a check down, because you're making an opposite cross-body throw to the outside. That's a difficult throw.
Which also plays into the factor of when people wanted to criticize Tua for the interceptions on checkdowns. How can you ask a quarterback to go from reading one side of the field and go, hey, you have to, and this is Mike McDaniel's own words, quote unquote, you have to trust the check down is there. so that when Tua turns his body and throws it before he has the ability to read that side of the field, because Mike McDaniel is saying you have to trust the check down. So are those interceptions Tua's fault or McDaniel's fault?
Damn, you crazy as hell.
No, I'm being honest. Because remember, we had the conversation about that one pick six on the show where he threw the ball because his body was in the position to throw the ball, but his head wasn't around long enough to recognize that the off coverage guy, when Tua originally snapped the ball, the outside corner was dropping deep with Tyreek Hill. The underneath defender on Waddle acted as if they were going inside on the slant with Waddle. So Tua goes, okay, the deep is gone because the outside receiver is playing off on Tyreek, and the other guys, the slot corner is playing inside leverage against Waddle. So let me look to the other side of the field. So the third wide receiver was Berrios on a zig route on the opposite side of the field. Now, the check down was underneath on the right side of the field, underneath Waddle and Tyreek Hill. So Tua saw those two were covered. He flipped his head to the left side of the field, saw that Berrios on the zig route was covered. So he flips his hips and starts throwing the ball to the check down before his eyes even get there. But Mike McDaniel tells him, I've taught him that this offense isn't result driven, that it's the process, and that he needs to trust the check down. Well, that's a problem, because if he's throwing that check down before he gets his eyes around, that's a coaching problem. That's not a fucking Tua problem. That's a coaching problem. You should tell your quarterback, never throw the motherfucking ball before your eyes have time to process.
I've been saying the bottom line is coaching as far as the offense.
Hey, and I think also I think Kurt Warner pointed out. Kurt Warner also added that this team doesn't have enough outs, right? When they send those all-out pressures on Tua, especially that we got to decimate our O-line and his blitzes, because they were playing a lot of man press and sending blitzes up the wazoo against us, that there wasn't enough. And he pointed out in the Chiefs game that the Dolphins didn't have enough hot routes for Tua installed for Tua to go to if he sees those pressures coming in. And that's why when you don't have those hot routes, you're not giving your quarterback the release valve, the escape valve for him to an outlet for him to get the ball out quick, right? Or to get the ball out before that blitz is coming. That's why he has to take.
No, it's all because Connor wasn't in there.
Hey, late in that game, McDaniel was sticking his head in that big ass play sheet against Kansas City, and there wasn't no play. He couldn't figure it out. He couldn't.
No, what happened was we got flashbacks of fucking pussy ass Adam Gase in the goddamn bubble screen, bro. I was having fucking nightmares watching the fucking end of that game, going, we are not fucking pulling an Adam Gase right now. Sure as fuck we did. Sure as fuck we did. And it comes out the same thing when Mike McDaniel was asked in his post-game press conference, why did you not have enough routes in the second level at the linebacker position? That was the whole point. And you confirmed it, Irvin, is there wasn't check downs, there wasn't outlet valves. There was nothing. Mike McDaniel wanted to go deep, and I'm going to get it all or I'm going to get nothing. And that's one of Mike McDaniel's problems. I've seen it throughout the entire year. I've called it out on this show multiple times. When do you have checkdowns or secondary level passes built in to these plays? You got a post route, you got a fucking go route, and a crosser. Well, yeah, that crosser got 3 linebackers to run across, and you think that you're going to either fit in the post based on the way the slot corner fucking reads, and you're going to have 2 on a quick fucking post. You know, we've seen it thousands of fucking times this year. Or you can start mixing your play calls up, and you can fucking start getting guys open in the seam, a la Durham Smythe, which again, shout out to Color. I was on Big Phillies, and Color and I talked about it quite a bit. Is Durham Smythe is a fucking great target. And no, is he Mike Gesicki? No, and he'll never be. That's not what I'm saying. But the guy, when he's in open space, he has fucking reliable hands. You throw it to him, and he'll catch it. Is he going to get you anything after the catch? No, sure as fuck not. But neither did Gesicki, because Gesicki either tried to jump over people or just fucking fell to the ground because he's a puss. But McDaniel needs to start using that tight end more. McDaniel needs to use the tight end more in the passing game, because the outside zone stretches the linebackers side to side, and it leaves the seams open. It leaves the seams open. And if I can see this, and I'm a deadbeat Monday quarterback, this, that, and the other, if I can see it, why the fuck isn't a head coach of a multi-million-dollar organization not able to see it?
Wrong.
That's a fact.
Wrong.
That is a fact. Fuck you, Green Rat. Fuck you.
It's because of Connor Williams. So sorry.
Exactly.
The whole reason why the offense slowed down is Connor wasn't in there, and Tyreek was getting punked on the fucking.
No, that is partly true. I will give you that. That's
My bad. All right, my bad. I was trying to mute him. My bad. I was trying to mute him at the exact same time he said Connor Williams, but StreamYard was a little slow. My bad.
By the way, I'm Connor Williams' agent.
Fuck, he said Connor Williams. Hey, if you say Connor Williams one more time on the show, we're gonna kick you.
He's trying to speak on his behalf for that new contract. That's right.
I would love to have Connor Williams back, man. I would
the
love
only
to
part
see
with
it.
Connor is that it sucks that he might not be ready for the beginning of the season, which doesn't sound like it. But you know, some people heal faster than others. So
that's not that. That's hold on, real quick, because this is my wheelhouse. Green Rat, we've had the conversation. I agree with you. Some guys do heal at different rates. However, Connor Williams in that situation, if even at the best prognosis,
what up, colleague?
In my opinion, the best prognosis, he would be ready to play week 1. That's best case scenario.
But CT, doesn't that also entice the Dolphins to sign him because they think they can get a deal because he is hurt?
I agree, but the thing is he held out. He said, I want more money. Now, if this motherfucker's willing to accept a team-friendly deal, absolutely, I'm on board. And we've talked about this. The only concern I have is, bro, we can restructure this, that, and the other. Unless Stephen Ross is paying about $200 million out of his own pocket this offseason, for guarantees. There's no way this team has money to sign fucking guys. It's not happening.
Well, other teams do it, CT. I don't like the whole thing about the money shit, because you always see the teams, they find a way to get the money. Like the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they were like $20 million over the cap a few years whenever they won the Stanley Cup, and they were fine.
Yeah, but when see, this is the thing, and I made this comment on the show on Monday. Fuck Colin is on fire. Colin is fucking stupid because I've made this argument. When you win something, when you win, Colin, they're willing to come back for less. The problem is we lost in the wild card round. You're not getting anybody to take the hometown
know that injuries made a huge deal in us not getting to where we wanted to go.
I agree.
So that offsets everything that you're saying.
Baby, let's go.
I mean, how much of that is now you got to get guys to buy into, hey, like Christian Wilkins, you've got Jerome Baker, you've got Robert Hunt, you've got all these guys. You got to convince them and say, hey, I know. Hold on, Bleezy. Hold on. You got to convince them to go, hey, I know you can go get the bag somewhere else. This is your first opportunity at big money. I'm going to ask you to give that big money up to run it back one more year.
Robert Hunt is not going to get a bag. Connor Williams is not going to get a bag.
Christian
Hunt Wilkins might.
Robert Hunt is asking for $10 million a year.
Are going to get a bag.
Send him down the fucking road.
CT, we would have gave him
Christian Wilkins. Hold on, Colin.
These guys,
Christian Wilkins, from all sources, and there are multiple. The Dolphins have a $18 million a year deal on the table for Christian Wilkins all year long. Christian Wilkins said, fuck you. I'm not taking it.
I heard it was 20.
Christian Wilkins wants, it was 18 million guaranteed, 20 million with incentives is the rumor.
And he would have hit the incentives too.
He would have this year. But the problem is what they don't know about incentives is once a player has hit that in their career, you cannot, if you give an incentive based on something they've already achieved, it counts against the fucking against the salary cap. If you give them an incentive they've never reached, they do not count that against the salary cap. That's where the Dolphins fuck themselves and Brandon Shore and whoever the fuck Chris Greer wants to blame. But the problem is this fucking management and contract team sucks goddamn donkey dick. Because now Christian Wilkins, from my report, Christian Wilkins, based on what Omar Kelly said, Christian Wilkins is asking between $22 and $24 million a year.
Yeah, we're not giving that
too much. It's too much for us. It's too much
and he
for.
Says we have to create like $65 million in cap,
right?
Just to extend Christian Wilkins or tag Christian Wilkins, bro. That's crazy.
That's not anybody else. Which is why I said this. Right. Going back to offensive line, I said this before you came on, Irvin. So say we re-sign nobody else. Say we re-sign Christian Wilkins. If we re-sign no O-lineman, our O-line, our starting O-line next year will be Keon Smith at left tackle, Lester Cotton, Eichenberg, Robert Jones, Austin Jackson.
But then if we let fucking
But if Armstead leaves and stuff, that frees up a little bit, which would pay for
it only frees
Lamb
up
and Win.
It only frees up $6 million.
Let's get this funky chicken going.
Then we got Ogba. He'll be off the books.
Ogba has a guarantee. So we got to trade Ogba. We got to trade X. Because even if we have X as a post June 1st.
Yeah, go.
Even if we have X as a post June 1st cut, we save $10 million, but we still have $6 million in dead cap space.
So we gain 4.
Everybody do the way.
That's money.
Yeah.
Everybody do the funky chicken.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Can we real shit? The whole point.
We're listening, bro. I'm listening. I heard you. I feel like
the whole point is you're right. Yeah, we may net 10 million, but you still got 6 million on the books. And if you do that with Xavier Howard, we're Xavier Howard.
I'm done with X. I'm done with X. Fuck him. I'm done with him and his agent.
If you could say somewhere into 18 to 23 million dollars in cap space.
You get rid of Ogba and X. Yes, you net gain $13 million, but your dead cap hit is $9 million. So yeah, we gained 13, but we also fucking lost 9. And you still have to replace them. That's the problem.
All right. So you're saying we're not. You're saying X will be back next year.
There's only one possibility X is not back next year, and that's if we're willing to find a trade partner, maybe a 4th or 5th rounder that they're willing to take on his guaranteed and his salary. That would give us the full 16 back. That would fucking do good for us because remember, we only have a 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 7th round pick. Say you get rid of X, you get a 4th rounder, you get 16 million, and you get a 4th round pick.
Looking at it right now, if you had to say it right now as we speak, who's our boundary corners starting next year, game 1?
Oh, Cam Smith, Jalen Ramsey, and then your slot should be Cater Cole. If they don't resign,
Stop it, Spidey. Stop it.
What did he say? Nick Needham?
I mean, that's without saying. Nick Needham's a free agent.
Said Cole. I'm re-signing.
No. I didn't say that. CG, hold on.
We got Ramsey.
I said Cam Smith on the perimeter. I said Jalen Ramsey on the perimeter. Just looking at the depth, looking at the depth chart, right? Fine. And slot Cater Cole. That's what I said. If you don't resign that, and that's how I'm saying. If you don't resign Nick Needham, if you don't resign Eli Apple or any of those guys.
And I agree, but bro, there's no way that Nick Needham has already said, according to Omar Kelly, Nick Needham wants to be here. He got injured. He said that he's willing to take a team-friendly deal. His children go to fucking school in Coconut Creek. They're at a private school in Coconut Creek. I'm sorry, but bro, Cater Kohu, he played amazing his rookie year. And then I don't know what the fuck happened to Cater Kohu.
I told you what the fuck happened to Cater. Ramsey started playing and started bitching. It made didn't Cater play more man-to-man his first year?
No,
he was playing corner.
No, he was playing zone in the slot. Now, yes, there were times where it necessitated him playing outside on the boundary, which, again, in that first year, last year, because of the injury to, it wasn't, what was it? It wasn't Jalen Ramsey. It was the guy before that. Byron Jones. When Byron Jones was out and never played a game for us that year, the fucking pussy faggot. And then X got injured. We had Kohu on one boundary, and we had what was his name on the other? Elijah Campbell.
Oh, Campbell. Yeah.
We had Elijah Campbell and Kohu, and then we had Nick Needham in the slot. Now, then Nick Needham tore his fucking Achilles or ACL, whatever. I think it was Achilles. I don't remember. But anyway, when Nick Needham was healthy this year, Kohu was struggling. Nick Needham came in, and Nick Needham outperformed Kohu. The fact that Kohu was on the field when Brandon Jones and Deshaun Elliott both were yelling and pointing to Kader Kohu, saying, "This is your guy," and Kader Kohu didn't cover his guy.
See, I saw it the other way. I saw Kader fucking pointing to Elliott.
That's bullshit. No, it was
bullshit.
Brandon Jones. It was on the Hard Knocks episode. Brandon Jones pointed out to Kader Kohu in the Kansas City game, the underneath route on the guy that was wide open for their second touchdown. Brandon Jones is yelling at Kader, saying, "Watch the drag, watch the drag. 4, drag is yours." Meaning, Kohu, the drag is yours. What does Kohu do? Kohu, the ball is snapped, and Kohu drops into coverage and leaves the fucking drag wide the fuck open.
Yeah, CT, that reminded me of the Cowboys game. The Cowboys game where they featured Kader Kohu's family, and he was getting cooked. He got cooked by CD Lamb because he didn't even know he was supposed to take him or something.
Yeah, he doesn't know the assignments. And my thing is Cedric Wilson didn't either. Cedric Wilson, when Tua got to tell you where to line up and where to go.
Coaching. It has to be coaching.
It is coaching. It is. But at the same time, as a coach, if you're coaching them and they're still not getting it, if one guy understands what you're trying to convey and another guy doesn't, you got to play the guy that knows what the fuck you're asking him to do. You can't have somebody trying to explain every play before the play happens what they're supposed to be doing. You can't.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You can't explain to him the whole time. But
I guess I disagree. Like I said, I wanted to see the stats of Kohu before early in the season, before Ramsey, and then see what it looks like after Ramsey.
Kohu was getting cooked all fucking year. Stop it.
I don't think so. I'm sure he was getting beat here and there, but it all started probably sometime around the Tennessee game. But then you saw Ramsey getting a little bitch struck and complaining a lot back there. So
I think it was more about you hit that rookie wall, and he got to the point where he felt like he knew what he was doing.
Let's go.
Because wait, let me do this like the other ones. But Kohu got to the point where he was playing with instinct and not overthinking things.
Okay.
And then he gets into a Vic Fangio defense that's a little bit more intricate and more process oriented. And I feel like he struggled. I felt like.
And that's why I'm saying early
agree.
in the year it wasn't so bad. But when Ramsey came back, the defense completely changed because he didn't trust anybody to run his Vic Fangio fucking defense. And that has caused fucking Cater to have some struggles. And I think it all has to do with Ramsey coming back.
Why is it Green Rat though? When Needham came back, and just like Brandon
Needham
Jones
played like shit all year. There's not one game that I saw him play well.
Stop it. So again,
no, that's fact.
And Brandon Jones had struggling games. The first couple of games they came back. Why? I've already explained this. There's a difference between being healthy and being in football shape. Those are two different things. But Brandon Jones came on and played fucking well after that second week. And Needham did the same thing in his second week. Now, they didn't give him as many snaps. And that's the problem. So if Kohu is struggling and you see Needham coming back.
Because they probably ran the fucking ball when he was out there.
Say it again?
I said they probably ran the fucking ball when Needham was out there, so he didn't have to fucking cover the slow ass fucker.
No, what happened is they threw the fucking ball at his bitch ass because he doesn't know how to fucking cover under pressure. The guy is fucking used
That's
to
what
being
I'm saying. Needham doesn't know how to cover under pressure.
He's a good zone defender. He can get in because he's in the slot. When he's playing zone, he can sit back and he can make plays on things. He's not a fucking man-to-man guy. He's not. He doesn't have the speed to be a man-to-man guy. The problem is Vic Fangio tends to have his slot corners play man-to-man. And Kohu got cooked. He got fucking cooked. Period.
He got cooked like a Kohu kebab.
Yes, sir.
No, the only thing that's getting cooked is CT right now.
I mean, I'm gonna get. You know what? I'm gonna light it up and I'm gonna get cooked. Fuck you.
Let's go. Hey,
I disagree. I think Needham sucked all year. Kohu, I think the timing was when Ramsey came back and they started changing the defense.
No, you're wrong. Needham couldn't have sucked all year because Needham wasn't activated until week 12. So stop.
No, he was in the fucking locker room sucking off Josh Allen. So, like I said, Kohu didn't play bad during the first part, but when Ramsey came back, the defense completely changed. And I don't give a shit whose fault, this, that, or whatever, when there's people pointing at each other, not knowing who's supposed to take the guy. That's more than one guy. And if you know that the guy's having trouble picking it up, you're going to fucking cover his ass. And if not, you're not a good fucking teammate, and you need to be fucking cut from the team anyhow.
Instead of covering his ass,
That's true.
No, instead of covering his ass, Vic Fangio needs to fucking find a guy and play a guy who knows what his fucking assignments are.
Maybe the coach needs to play to the strengths of their players instead of saying it's my fucking way or the highway. How about that fucking one?
That's anti-Fangio then, if you're on that route.
Kohu needs to be playing zone coverage in the slot, but then you're asking a guy like Eli Apple to play man-to-man. Are you going to trust Eli Apple to play
we need that fucking stupid, no-good,
educated fucker Cam Smith to get off his ass, get the fucking practice, do his shit, and get on the field.
Oh shit!
I agree. I'm not gonna, bro. I'm
Green
not.
Rat, go
fuck
Green
that.
Rat. Turn up, Green Rat. Turn
I'm
up.
not-
Get
I'm
rid
not-
of fucking small dick Vic.
Turn up, Green Rat.
I already know I
I'm
lost that battle,
See,
but
what I have the issue with is, and I'm just gonna put it blankly, as fucking point blank as I can be. Chris Greer knows he's on the hot seat because of the Noah pick and everything else. Did he see the pick of Cam Smith and go, I don't want to put Cam Smith out there too early because if he ends up a bust like Noah did, is it going to cost me my job?
nah,
No,
none of that.
Because how good
It
he's
has
been
to do with
drafted
an immature fucking player that doesn't have a good work ethic yet.
Hey,
Well,
let me tell you something.
I've heard both sides because I've heard that he's on time. He doesn't come in early. He doesn't stay late, but he's on time.
If you're on time, you're fucking late.
Hey,
I agree. I
let me-
agree, and I
So,
made this
like I
comment.
said, won't
tell
get
you
there,
something.
won't get out of bed, fucking around too much, running his mouth, thinking he's king shit, and it fucking cost him playing time.
Hey, let
And
me
I
tell
agree,
you.
and that's where I've said, Colin, getting that at he fucking coughing like me, baby. Let's go. But nah,
Hey,
Cut
let
his
me tell you-
fucking ass too.
Hey, let me tell you something. We're on the verge of a complete explosion internally. I mean, if this shit doesn't go right, Greer's going to be booted, McDaniel's going to be booted, fucking Tua's going to be booted. I mean,
And
this
then we will be the same fucking Dolphins we've been for 20 years.
I
exactly.
Keep our GM, we keep our fucking head coach, and we run
Okay.
with Tua for
No.
5 more years.
And I
That's
heard
just the way it needs to be.
you said that the other night, Green Rat, or fucking a couple weeks ago.
I do.
You
We
were like,
you gotta build something like fucking Tomlin in fucking
with it.
Pittsburgh.
Stick with it, right?
Yeah, the good, the bad, the ugly,
the Dolphins fan base can't handle that.
well,
Can
fuck the fan base.
Can the fan base handle us going 8 and 9 next year?
If your fucking life revolves around the fucking Dolphins winning and losing, you need to get a fucking life.
The fan base is going to call for his head. McDaniel just set the bar. He just made the playoffs twice in a row. So next year, the only upgrade is to win a playoff game. What if he doesn't?
We will restructure. We'll get most of our players back that we want.
What if
we'll fill some holes?
What if we don't make the playoffs next year? What are fans going to be saying about McDaniel?
Well, then there's 7 fucking teams in the AFC that are better than us.
I guess, like you just said, it really doesn't matter what we say.
It doesn't, because it's the same thing of we can argue about. I feel like Nick Needham outperformed fucking Cater Kohu, and if Kohu's struggling, put fucking Needham in. If Needham actually knows his fucking assignments, it makes it more fucking predicated or more likely that you would be successful in your defensive game plan. Even if Nick Needham's not physically, as good as Cater Kohu, he knows his assignments. So that's a fucking benefit. But if the coach, hold on, let me finish my goddamn point.
Yeah, they're so
Don't make
fucking
me
long is the
fucking
problem.
goddamn video,
Get to
Green
the
Rat.
nitty gritty. Fucking lay it in quick.
Can you shut up so I can finish?
Shit.
Christ.
Pay attention.
Stick
So
that dick
again-
in real quick.
So again, I'm trying to, but you won't shut the fuck up. The whole point is the coaching, just like the Cedric Wilson situation, where a guy
now we got
doesn't know
fucking
where
offense
he's
into
supposed to
it.
be. So again, another guy who
Can
doesn't
you
know.
shut up so I can finish?
Shit.
Christ.
Pay attention.
So again, another guy who doesn't know his assignments, costing the team. when do the coaches start saying, okay, you may be more physically talented, but you're not willing to put the work in. So this is my whole point. You're willing to make that deference with Cam Smith. Oh, well, he's not taking it serious enough. He's not going to play. But you're not going to do that to fucking Cater Kohu when he doesn't know the goddamn assignments. It's the same thing of saying, oh, well, we're going to put Chase Claypool in because, you know, he doesn't know all this. We only got a certain particular package.
Jesus Christ, I forgot my goddamn thing I was going to say because it's taking too long.
Oh, my God. Whatever.
Well, go ahead.
You know what I'm
fucking
trying
forgot.
to fucking say. You know what I'm
Seriously.
trying to say.
What the fuck? You
Right.
forgot?
We do get it, but it got long.
Well,
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
see,
I just
yeah.
remembered. Here. Now, as far as the defense, you got to think of it this way, too. We had one player that was starting to break out when Ramsey came back, which was Jalen Phillips. Right? Correct?
Yep.
Right.
So that's
And
what part
Bradley
of the
Chubb.
reason we started looking good. Then
Both
towards
of
the
you had
end, the other person was Chubb. He started the ball out. So that
Yep.
to me, that's what covered some of the cornerbacks and stuff. I think we've had the same issue all year for the most part. But once Ramsey came back, everything changed so much in the defense
Shit.
because it allowed Vic to do other things, which confused everybody else. And if it wasn't for the pass rush getting there, we would have noticed how bad it was.
I agree. And that's part of my issue is I think that, and I hate to say this, but it is what it is. Last year, Josh Boyer focused on the run at the expense of the pass defense, right? This year, Vic Fangio, yeah, the run defense was pretty goddamn good, but it was the same situation. He allowed the interior seven, the front seven, to be more stout against the run while being more vulnerable against the pass. Now, yes, you dropped the two deep safeties, so you weren't giving up long passes, but you allowed teams to carve you up underneath because you were so focused on stopping the run. And it's almost it's a same problem, different issue, because again, Josh Boyer liked to blitz, which put us out of position in the pass game. But Fangio didn't want to blitz to put us out of position in the pass game. It's he wanted to commit guys to the run that put us out of position in the pass game.
All right. Hey, I want to share with something with you guys whenever you finish. Hey, I just
Go
gonna
ahead.
share audio.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just
I'm
let me know
never
if you hear
finished.
me. You're gonna finish right now.
I'm
After
good. Go.
I'm done with this.
He is jacking off with the jergens and the fucking tissues. He's almost done. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna play some.
Is there any merit to the skeptics that are out there saying that Tua is a one-read quarterback?
Oh, that's not true, though. It's just not true. So, I mean, it's not the skeptics. They're not watching. Of course, he can read more than one receiver at a time. He goes through progressions. That's his strength. His output thing is going through progressions. See how he gets from 1 to 2 to 3 just consistently. So, that's just, it's just people that don't watch the game. That's all.
But I want to give this man a round of applause for having.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard it.
Good.
Nah,
That's basically Omar Kelly asking Brian Baldinger of NFL Network about whether the narrative of Tua being a one-read quarterback is true, and he says basically that's bullshit.
Yep.
No, man. I mean, the guy's a fucking NFL quarterback. You think he's a one-read quarterback? I mean, The problem is the protection, the play calling. If he's got a place to go with the ball, and if he's prepared, he's got more than one read, man. You know,
Great
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
answer, Bleezy. Great fucking answer.
Exactly.
I think we're gonna find out next year, because if we don't make if Tua folds and we don't make the playoffs, man, that's whenever we know we got to get rid of him, man.
yeah.
So if Tua
All
doesn't
right, Green
make the
Rat, Green
playoffs and
Rat.
the Bills fold,
I
Not
said
only
if.
has
I
his
said if.
Dolphins card been taken, you cannot earn it back until you slob onto his knob next year
Bro,
when he's
you're
balling
not,
out.
bro. You don't hold the cards, bro. You don't
I
hold
do
the.
hold the cards, motherfucker. I'm playing Texas Hold'em, baby. There's 3 on the table and 2 in my
Oh
hand, bro.
yeah.
No, this is
he
checkers,
only gets his card
not
back
chess.
if he tells Michael K. and Amicus the Bills suck, period.
There you
Then he
go.
gets it back.
I'm
So
sorry,
here's the
bro.
rest of Omar
But
Kelly
he
saying this.
only gets
Hey,
it
here's the rest.
back conditionally. He only gets it back conditionally. He's
Hey,
got to
here-
beat the Dolphins
Hey.
every game
hey,
next year. That's the only
hey,
way
here's
he
the,
gets it back
here-
fully.
here's the rest of what Omar Kelly said.
One read narrative, and I'm like, where the hell is this coming from? And why does everybody continuously keep parroting it? But that's the dumbest thing you could say about Tua. A man's superpower, and they call it a superpower. Veteran quarterbacks in the league, like, oh my God, his processing speed is amazing. His ability to read the field, diagnose what's going on, and get the ball where it needs to be.
There you go.
It's
That's
I mean,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the narrative anymore. It's just old. Hold on, people. Hold on.
If he was right-handed, they wouldn't say that about him.
Yeah, but anyways, I just don't want to hear that narrative anymore. Here, there is Omar Kelly there and Brian Baldinger debunking that narrative. So yeah,
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap this bitch up, bro. We've been on here 3.5 hours. Spidey, get your ass on Madden. Colin, get your ass on Madden. I'm gonna whoop that ass before I go to bed. And
appreciate it.
bro, Colin, go ahead. Final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, bro. I do want to say, I always think about it this time of the year. Only one of 32 teams win the Super Bowl, bro. So I mean, I'm only happy if you win the Super Bowl. So only one team is gonna be happy out of the 32. So I don't ever get too frustrated when we lose in the playoffs. So or whenever we collapse just because of that reason. But hey, I'm hoping that Lamar can bring it home for South Florida, I guess. Other than that, I don't care.
I
But
was about to start to give you your card back until you fucking said Lamar. Dude, you're going to have to work really hard to get your fucking card back.
But yeah, that's it, bro. It's been a great show, bro, and it's your boy Dolphins 247, man, with Colin.
Get your ass on Madden, bitch. All right,
Check him out.
Irvin. Final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, don't let these people, don't let CT lie to you. He sucks donkey dick on Madden. I'm gonna whoop that ass. Colin knows
He
it.
hasn't played me. Hey, no. He hasn't played me a single fucking game. Colin played me twice. Colin's beat me twice. That's it, bro. Stop it. Don't let him fucking talk
it's
shit.
been more than twice. It's been more than twice. Stop.
No, he's played me 2 games. He's played me 2 games. But anyway, Irvin keeps ducking. But that's his final thoughts. So Green Rat, go ahead. I'm just fucking done.
We have now figured out that one of our most important key positions is center. We need to re-sign Connor Williams. Tua is definitely a 1.5 read quarterback.
There you go.
1.5. I like that.
Oh man! And that's
fuck the Bills. Just fuck the Buffalo Bills, and that's going straight to you, Amicus.
Crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like the fuck up, you crying.
Perfect.
Gotta agree.
Absolutely perfect.
Damn.
I couldn't help it.
I think
That's
my,
cold. That's cold.
my statement is play that again full length.
Yes, sir.
Crying,
Yes, sir.
whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up and grow the fuck up, you crying, whining little baby bitch. You've got a chip on your shoulder, always ready to fight. You go off on people for the littlest slight. You're filled with hostility, anger, and spite. You love injustice, it gives you delight. You're a little man, a crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up and grow.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie. That sounds like a
Here
high
we go,
pitched
Irvin.
green.
Irvin, you got 30 seconds. Final thoughts.
Nah, I was just gonna say, man. Hopefully, looking forward to free agency. See what decision the Dolphins make. Hopefully, hopefully for Green Rat they re-sign Connor Williams. Other than that, I'm looking at the draft, bro. I'm looking towards the future for me. So that's my biggest priority.
All right.
Other than that, it's up, man.
All right. My final thoughts are going to be two things.
Crying, whining little baby bitch, acting out like an adolescent girl who whines on Twitter. Hey, buck up and grow the fuck up, you crying, whining little baby bitch. You've got a chip on your shoulder, always ready to fight. You go off on people for the littlest slight. You're filled with hostility, anger, and spite. You love injustice, it gives